Mash. Seremres! It's on. Hello, good morning, chat. So good to see you. It's me, Twitch.tv/Seremu. I'm here in the Big Apple today to watch the New Year's ball come down, and you're invited. Now we're just getting started, so I'm gonna ask you to be a little patient with me. But I promise you, we're gonna have a good time tonight. We got just under 2 hours before the ball drops. So if you would like to, you are more than welcome to spend New Year's with me. But if not, that's okay too. Let me just go ahead and get some stuff going. We don't really have redeems on today, unfortunately.
It's all right here in this locker. Look at it. You do this.
There we go. Close that out. And connect that on. That way chat can join me. Alrighty, chat should be installed. Forgive me, we're doing maintenance work here while we get everything set up, because I'll be honest, this is all very ad hoc, sort of off the cuff, if you will. Let's see here. We're going to do this little ditty right here, and this little ditty right here, and show. There we go. Alright, now I have you on my wrist. So if you see me checking the wrist, that's me saying hello to you. Hi, chat. But you're right here on my trusty dusty camera. And we're going to see if we can interview some people for the new year. Doesn't that sound fun? Come on. I'm taking you inside my head. Get fucking morbed, I guess. Mushy mush.
I'll also be honest and like, hello.
Would either of you be interested in an interview?
An interview?
Mm-hmm. We're live on Twitch.tv/Seremu. So I'm getting thoughts about people from New Year's and everything they did this year.
Nervous
But
fox noises.
it's fine. Interviews aren't dangerous.
I'm okay talking to strangers.
Well, a stranger's just somebody you haven't learned. Come on over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, boop, boop.
Can I like stand up?
Yeah, I'm right here. It's fine. I'll adjust the camera accordingly. Mushy Mush, what's your name?
Leo.
It's good to meet you, Leo. What brings you here to Togari Termini for New Year's?
Well, a couple of different reasons.
Uh-huh.
One, I'm one of the original founders of Tokyo Termini.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I opened the world to host whomever wanted to hang out.
Uh-huh.
And the second reason is, my poster is up there.
Oh,
it's
shit.
not showing right there right now, but
Like up
'cause
there
some
on
of these
the-
are cycling.
Uh-huh.
You see that orange-haired girl? It's gonna swap to... There it is.
Oh, quick.
I know, it's kind of detailed. and it's
it's
hard
good.
to see from a distance.
There it is. It's the one with the train.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
And,
What?
but...
Just thinking, what got you started to making Togari Termini? Like, what inspired it?
I am late. Happy too much.
What inspired it? So it wasn't just me. I wish to say that, like, first of all, I'm freaking out. Hold on. It wasn't just me, first and foremost. It was actually a collection of goobers. The original founders was Insanatorium 9, Infinity Cube, Foolery, myself, and Rexacross. Were the original 5 folks who founded Termini.
Oh, nice. So it was a group effort.
And yeah, we had role played together in previous spaces. And when we felt that we had outgrown those spaces, but still wanted to continue to role play together, we went and just did our own thing, as many people do. But we wanted to make a space that was connected to something referred to in the roleplay sphere as the metaverse, which is like a open lobby where people can come in, come out, no matter where they come from, while still maintaining like the sort of stories that we wish to like not just showcase, but allow folks to explore if they wanted to, completely if they wanted to. No pressure ever.
So you wanted a voluntary space that people could visit if they really wanted to.
Yep, and that's why it's a train station, because it seemed like a very fitting sort of, you know, passing by, quite literally in...
Whoops. I accidentally respond. Oh god, chat.
There's a lot of detail for.
I accidentally respond. I'm fine. I'm here. I was recalibrating the fucking FBT.
You were making sure that I was paying attention. That's
Sure. Let's go. Let's go with that. I was recalibrating my FPT and I accidentally hit the respawn button, but or was it like a sewer? I don't know. It may have been something, but it jet me back to the start. But
if there was a penny for every technical difficulty,
so what kind of got you started on like Togaria's themes? Because a lot of Togaria is very paranormal in nature.
So well, for a very long time, a lot of the founders have been into like horror themes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different roleplay themes out there, but in my experience, and it's like, if I'm wrong, I would love if people would step forward and say, hey, I actually do a horror roleplay. But a horror roleplay is actually not that common, be it that maybe people don't like being scared, or maybe people don't know how to do it. Yeah, so, and the DMs in Togear love scaring people.
Oh, that's lovely. I really need to swing by more often.
So we'd love to have you. And so, originally, it was in Sanatorium who began writing a lot of Eldritch lore. So, like, the large-scale, like, cosmic horror. And actually, like, if I may toot his horn a little bit.
Please, feel free. It's New Year's Eve. Toot every horn you have.
I wasn't into horror until I met him, like, 4 years ago.
That's sweet.
His style of writing and his style of horror made me completely reevaluate horror as a genre.
Can you tell me a little bit about that style? What makes it different from just the conventional jump scares, like boo?
He has this way of creeping up on you in ways that you cannot predict the next word that comes.
I see.
No matter, like, if you are, like, 30 pages into it, you don't know where it's going just yet. And just... I could ramble. Everybody knows that I could ramble on about it, so I'll leave it there.
We do appreciate a good ramble in here.
He inspired me. He inspired, I think, a lot of the founders to pursue horror as a roleplay medium. And, like, through that, it also, you know, brought us together a lot closer, and also the fact that we encouraged each other's ideas. So when it eventually came time that we needed to make our own space, we continued to fall together, and that has shifted and changed over time. But, you know, there's no hard feelings there. So yeah, like,
so it sounds like
still
even
doing
though
Eldritch.
you've gone somewhat your own separate ways, you're still sticking together in spirit.
Yes, like now Foolery has moved on in his own way of, like, skipping forward to the next stone, and he runs his own club in VR in a metaverse sphere called Atlantis, and it's amazing, and you should check it out too.
I know a club owner in VR. They run the Afterlife, I think it's called.
Oh,
It's a lovely
heard of
little
this
place.
too.
Unfortunately, I can't interview them here on the stream. They are very much not work safe.
well, you know, it's still technically a platform that allows minors, so, you know.
Yeah.
Cough wink. Anyway. But, this space has really encouraged, at least to speak on my part, it's encouraged me to share a lot of stories with folks that for a long time they encouraged me to do it, and finally having the courage to actually do it. So Termini has been that space to explore and have fun and try our best to raise up other storytellers.
Yeah, of course.
To, you know,
How long have you been doing
promote a
Termini?
healthier role-playing environment. Termini, we just reached our first anniversary.
Congratulations.
At the end of August. So now we've been
Congratulations.
August, September, October, November. Now it's been a year and 4 months. So yeah.
Your anniversary is pretty close to our anniversary here on the channel, because ours is in September.
Oh,
I celebrate
well,
my
happy
birthday
anniversary to you.
and I celebrate my party. So it's like a 2-in-1 celebration.
How long have you been streaming?
This is coming up, let's see here. I reached 1 year last September, so about a year and a half at this point.
Hell yeah. Good job.
So, what's like your favorite thing that's happened in Togari Gemini? Because you've probably seen a lot of stories unfold, and some of them have to be memorable in your mind.
My favorite thing that's happened in Termini.
Yeah. What's really stuck out to you as
Oh,
far as all the stuff
God.
that you've seen occur? Was it somebody coming in as like a something significant, or
Oh my god. It's funny you say that because, like, obviously in roleplay, be it in like any sort of table setting, be
Yeah.
it D&D, community based, so forth, there's always the moment that like the DM is like preparing for months and months and months ahead of time, and
Yeah.
it's finally that moment of like, yes, here it is, and I'm getting to present it, and people are getting to experience it, and this is great and amazing. But when you asked me that question of like what has stuck out to you, it flooding into my mind have been all the incredibly spontaneous moments that have happened, just fueled by folks like a couple of our other DMs, Spandex and Papa Pleb, just walking in and doing something for the sake of like mild chaos, but never to a extremely destructive like degree, like walking in as like a pair of Kermits, like a husband and wife Kermit,
that's
who are like
fantastic.
looking for reading materials, or like in Sanatorium and Spandex coming in as like a Lego father and son, like and like just in the middle of a extremely like hyper magical and sci-fi and
Yeah.
wondrous like mishmash of stuff. Now there's like a lost father and his son wandering through, and like it's like the very mundane moment that adds that perfect amount of juxtaposition from everything else. And those are the moments that stand out to me because they make me laugh the hardest. Or like through my own form of chicanery, like convincing people to do foot races for incredibly important things, and after they win it, then they ask for the simplest thing, like that big build up to something really silly. And like my favorite thing that's ever happened in Termini is the joyful creativity of players.
That's good. Honestly, like I said, I'm proud to have seen, because Togari Termini started out pretty small, if I recall, but you've grown pretty big. There's a few roleplay advertisements up and about here in the square. I know there's one for Fight Finder down near the pond. You've got yours up there. They've got New Eden up here somewhere.
I don't know
damn
if
it.
Termini is big or small. I don't know what would constitute as big or small, but apologies if my words are a little bit slow. I did
you're
work
fine.
12 hours before I jumped in here.
Oh my goodness. You should probably consider getting some rest. I'm probably wearing well.
No, I'm fine. I'm tough. Built for tough.
But I know that feel. Trust me. I work 14-hour shifts.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Someone has to do it.
and that's kind of how I feel too. It's like, ah, fuck it, whatever. Young and able to do it. What was the words that I was thinking of? Oh, whatever. Just, it's been an incredibly unique experience,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that, like, I don't know how long it's going to last. However, I'm incredibly happy to take part in it now. And be it big or small. I don't really know what big or small would be.
Yeah.
But be it for a lobby of 50 people or a lobby of one person, the story that's being told there that day is just as important.
That's a very touching way of putting it.
It's worth it if it's only for one person.
It is. A lot of people tend to neglect the low population lobbies, but sometimes you can get some really good experiences out of those.
I assure you that the lower population lobbies are usually the ones that you can get the bigger scares out of. Like every once in a while, like some poor unfortunate soul in Termini will walk up to a maintenance door, and in Sanatorium will just happen to be hanging there, and it's like, we got one. They entered the door,
Oh, no.
and then they steal them into another lobby where they just terrorize them for a while, and then they get thrown back out if they make it out of the door. And meanwhile, the rest of us are just hanging out in the Termini like, did somebody enter the door? I don't know,
no.
but they haven't come back yet. And then it's like I look in my own DM sphere and I'm like, where are they? There's 4 people versus 1. I'm sure they're fine.
It's fine. I've always wondered what's
Like-
happened in those maintenance corridors, but I've been too scared to go in there. It's spooky.
You can find out. You can find out anytime.
But it's spooky.
That's the point.
I think somebody with a little less sense of self-preservation might go in there. So what
Which
about
one of you? I know somebody in here has done it. Somebody way over there has done it.
Probably. Speaking of fucking, what's it called, the map and shit, how did that come
I've
around?
gone into the tunnels.
You have gone to the tunnels. Do you want to talk to chat?
Definitely done it.
Wow.
You can share your story live on twitch.tv/Sinaimu for a grand total of 2 people.
Hello, you two. You're important, and I hope you're having a happy new year.
Blah. Don't flatter chat, they'll get an ego.
Then you can demand things. Unionize.
No! Not a union! My republic, my monarchy will be ruined.
Or are these the sewer tunnels or the maintenance tunnels that we're talking about?
Maintenance tunnels.
Then yes, I believe this is the one that I went in. I would have to ask.
Do you want to share your story?
I just have to confirm with them real quickly.
How did the map come around, by the way? Because it's a really good and well-designed map.
Well, okay. So,
Happy New Year, chat.
as mentioned, there's a couple of folks who
Yeah.
helped make Termini as a whole. But we were originally inspired by a movie, which I wholly encourage people to watch. It's one of my favorites, and I showed it to the rest of these goobers, and it's called Hugo. And it's about a boy who lives in a train station, and he is like, what, 12 years old? And he runs all the clocks by himself in this train station in not Victorian. There's like, I don't know what time period, but it's
Medieval.
set in the
Gothic.
past. There's film. There's film. Like, film is just becoming kind of popular.
Yeah.
And it's steam engine trains, and it follows the story of this boy, and you get to see little glimpses.
Oh no!
He's our spooky boy.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Very spooky.
Is that Mr. in Sanatorium?
Yes.
Maybe, but I can't see anything.
Oh no, that's it.
In Sanatorium 9.
Sad rats.
Being in Sanatorium 9. It's really unfortunate that they've frozen.
There is a
But,
still image in front of my
I
screen.
think it's all the way.
In short,
Yeah.
inspired by this movie that took place in a train station,
Things all the way up there.
and then Foolery built us the train station. We have a lot of our love and appreciation towards Foolery and all that he did for making that map, and also if you go and check out his Atlantis map, his world building skills have increased so much. He's so talented. I'm so proud of him. And so just and he has a bunch of other public maps as well that you should absolutely check out. And he primarily also used the Cinti Studio assets, which shout out to Low Poly Assets, the bomb. And so yeah, that's where the map came forward, and each shop was inspired a little bit by one of those movie characters.
Yeah.
And ultimately also designed by each shop has its own DM, and each shop was thus designed by how the DM wanted to tell their stories. There he is!
It's alive! This is alive, chick! It's alive!
Okay, it's frozen again.
Oh my god.
I'm blinking in and out of reality.
That just sounds like
It's good content, though, I promise.
It does.
We just finished our party. So good of you to be here. Welcome in.
I like your avatar, by the way. It's a very cute outfit.
So here's an interesting question for you. If you ever accepted new DMs for Togare, would that mean there's going to be a new store?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Although slightly limited by the store space, as unfortunately our world is corrupted.
Oh no!
Which that doesn't mean that it'll never ever be updated ever again. However, it has, it makes the streamline of doing things difficult.
Yeah.
But we persevere. And that said, it has still been updated, and we have had new DMs come in and, take on a shop. We have, we have Pleb who came on as a DM, and now he does a lot of medical, and Foolery emptied out his shop because he's moved on, and so he emptied out his shop, at least the front of it. He left the back of it with some of the medical and all the spare rooms.
Yeah.
And so there is space for him to operate there, but then also a DM doesn't necessarily have to have a shop. They can be free floating and or work in another store. So, we continue to be flexible, and I suppose if a DM ever did want to help in Termini, it would be a conversation to figure out what would work best.
So what I'm hearing is, in order to get a slime-based shop, I just have to be there long enough to get a DM.
Oh, well, that said, we also have the main thoroughfare, which we've always had available for people to essentially set up pop-up shops.
I should make a pop-up
So
shop.
if you had somehow made an avatar that could, you can put down stuff that's world constrained.
Yeah.
Like a tent that sells all sorts of slime stuff, then you could do that. And we've had people do that a couple of times where they set up a fold-out table and then they collect signatures for stuff, or other little market stalls. It's completely possible. Just
Fight
one of those
Finder
things
is
of-
just a shonen anime. Prove me wrong.
I don't know. No,
Well, you
I
could
don't
just
know
be a
enough
sneaky
about
little
Fight
black
Finder
market
or
on your
shonen
body.
anime
Folks,
to argue you.
So
So I'm just gonna accept it as true.
Pop-up shops.
make a
Oh,
pop-up
wait.
shop.
I mean, you'd really
I
just
might
need a
set up a
model, and
store
then you
randomly.
would just need a world constraint
I
and
just-
something.
Wait.
You need a
Nowadays, with
model, world
VRC
constraint.
Fury, I mean, it does all the hard work for you.
Has the sonic screwdriver now.
But that also said, as most lobbies are like this, and we are very similar, if you want to do something that would be considered interruptive, you'd have to tell us first, like, hey, I have an idea. And it's like, okay, sure, you can do that. Or, hold on, you can't do that, for whatever reason. So if you wanted to set up a shop, you'd be like, hey, Pop, is this okay?
Just pop
That
it
we go,
somewhere in the middle of the thoroughfare.
yup. So yeah.
Very exciting. So how'd you get your start in roleplay? Because a lot of DMs that I know for like venues and roleplay environments and things like that, they usually roleplay for a good while before they start up their own spot.
That's indeed true. I've found it to be very rare to meet folks who started role-playing in VR.
Yeah.
It happens, but it's rare. For myself,
I return in the VR.
I picked up tabletop gaming in
Ooh.
college and university.
Like Papertop
then
Dungeons and Dragons
I-
or something else?
I started with a system called 13th Age.
Oh man, I'm loosely familiar with it. I've heard the name.
It's like 5th edition, but really, really watered down and a little more flexible. And that's the system that I learned first to begin DMing, and I did an entire homebrew campaign as my very first campaign. And you should never do that. You should never do a homebrew campaign as your very first. But I did, and you know, I learned a lot. But I was also mostly inspired by, and I will admit it, I was very much inspired by the McElroy brothers, The Adventure Zone.
You're a big fan
podcast.
of the Adventure Zone.
Of course I am. I love them so much.
I do love my McElroys,
But,
especially the one that enjoys eating bananas with the peel. the Griffin Crunch. I love that he goes for it, and then clearly he regrets it, but he's too far invested to stop.
I promise you, he's still like that. These men are fathers, and they act like this. But a very long time ago, I listened to their podcast, and of the three of them and their dad playing together, and I was like, man, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Phooey. And then I had a friend say, hey, I'm starting a Legend of Zelda campaign, and I was like, I've never played Legend of Zelda, but I can fake it. And so I signed up, and it's all gone downhill.
I mean, all good campaigns have some element of chaos to them. I think that's true in roleplay. I think that's true in any campaign.
I've had very few sour campaigns, I'll be honest. And it was from there to here. And I really enjoy storytelling. I feel like if somebody is a writer, they have the capacity within them to learn how to DM. Happy New Year! It is super late for you.
It is. It's almost. What time is it? Chat, what time is it? You have to tell me. 10:27.
It's like 6 hours ahead.
There's a whole thing up there that tells you how far it is to a New Year.
Oh, shit.
You've really mastered
My doll girl. I look forward to playing her more. She also runs a community. And I play a character in her community.
Yeah. We're here with the Mankins and on Clyde Interviews VR chat, and we're gonna ask what.
I'll be honest, I kind of thought about making my own sort of roleplay environment, but then I realized I don't have making skills.
Honestly, okay, if we're gonna talk about art and we're gonna talk about what it takes to make art, I'm gonna tell you, or more specifically, what it takes to tell a story. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't need fuck all in terms of visuals to tell a story.
Really?
You could have a bunch of people in stick figure avatars in a black box, and you could make a role play in there. I'm serious.
Tis
Yeah.
true.
I don't doubt it. I'm just imagining how
And-
it would work.
How that would work, it depends on how creative you are.
That's
and
true.
that's where we get into like the realm of improv.
So,
So
For New Year's, what would you tell him?
from there, it's just figuring out like the sort of premise that you want to do and your ultimate goal, but also you do have to ask yourself, why am I telling this story? What do I hope to give
well,
to the world through this story?
booth babes and trails and cold steel worlds. God, booth babes. So what kind of advice would you give somebody who like maybe isn't into roleplay or doesn't know how to do it, or maybe they're nervous to come in because they don't know what kind of character or anything like that to make, etc., so on and so forth? Someone who
If
might be
you're entering-
passively interested, but maybe just doesn't have that push to try it.
Building it to the max.
If you're passively interested and you don't know if you want to try yet,
Who just played their first ever DJ set? How do you feel?
honestly,
Would you do it again?
don't be afraid to make a little bit of a self-insert, if that makes sense.
Wishes. What are you hoping for?
If you have ever played a video game where you get to make the character and you get to make the little dialogue choices and you've done the slightest bit of roleplay, just ever so slightly, and from there, like, you know, just continue forward. Just think through it how you would react to those situations, but slightly askew, as if all of this is real and you're not, you know.
You're implying
flesh
that
and
the
bones,
world
it's
we're
real.
in isn't real?
Different bra cup sizes.
I'm not fake. I'm putting.
Cup size that fits in your hand.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, darling.
The world's real. My chat's real. I'm not talking out my ass.
Anime's real.
Anime's real.
But maybe you are crazy.
Oh God.
But
What if we're
but
all hallucinating?
honestly, the best advice is to just jump into it. Some of the best role players that I've ever met have been the ones who have never done it before. They have no frame of reference of how they should be acting or what they should be doing or this or that or the tiny little nitty gritty, and so they just really feel it with their whole heart and body. And you know,
Call out to
this is
a little
this is
sea
a playing.
otter.
Yes, just call out to Dimmy.
Well, river otter, not sea otter. Apologies.
Yeah.
We've been blessed a couple of times in Termini with first-time role players who just like. I'm so proud.
Still the show.
Ooh, the flex is eating you.
I'm so proud of them. But that said, they're a veteran in tabletop games, so it's just that they're new to
Well,
VR
sure.
roleplay.
It's a different flavor, though.
That monkey ain't gonna make it.
And so, like, just go for it. There's some people who are like, well, I want to spectate. Like, I just want to watch from a distance. But you're not gonna really know if you want to do it or if it's the thing for you if you don't actively do it. You can't figure out if you like playing the trumpet without holding a trumpet and
True.
trying to blow into it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's okay. Like, fuck it. Also, I will suggest,
Yeah.
there's so many communities out there who
There are.
require the use of NPC work. Some sort of mission to help make the world feel a little more alive.
Yeah.
And usually those DMs will tell you, I just need you to be a villager in a town, and you sell bread. And it's like, okay. Fresh loaves for sale. It's like, then you just go for it. like,
We got
It doesn't
those
have to be
last
overly
night for 1
complex.
cent.
may you give an example?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. My chat can't see the chat box above you, so I'm gonna have to auto-translate on your behalf.
What would you tell the people?
Love you all. Keep loving each other. Good vibes all around. Where's the crouch button?
Do you ever have days where you don't feel like a robot?
I kind of wish I could. Maybe there is a way for me to overlay the UI. Let's see.
Occasionally I feel like a cat girl. Like,
When have you ever been a cat girl?
Options.
You didn't tell me that you were gonna turn into Garfield.
Well, sometimes when you got a case on the Mondays, you just gotta work with it.
Is that school? Is that
What's cooking good looking?
Is that Nagatoro
for
as
everyone
Garfield?
to have a happy, healthy,
Yes, this
fun,
person.
There we
Oh
go.
my god.
Miss Nagatoro?
I know this role player that they're talking about.
Oh.
He does a great job.
I hope you
So in my group, we have a first-time role player. They
Yeah.
usually are in hangout groups. They play a wisecracking plush dog possessed by a dilf.
Oh my god.
As one does.
That is a phrase.
They do a great job. They're so fun to roleplay with.
Everybody, we're here with Pally Gal. How are you doing tonight?
The character's so fun.
Can I ask you
Yeah.
a couple of questions about your New Year's wishes? What are you hoping for the New Year?
He wants Leo remember when y'all rolled to see
VR chat, if you could tell everyone
play.
something. What would you tell people?
Boy, they're really going at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. No,
I hear a story.
no, it's. I don't think it's appropriate for Twitch.
It's
In
one-
short, a character rolled to see the memory of somebody being born.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Wacky stuff.
But this person is actually a great example because
And what would you
I
tell
feel like
people
they
in VR
took
chat if you could
like a
tell
little
something for
plush
New
dog
Year?
and they were
Yeah.
like, well, I know the archetype of like wisecracking old guy, and I'll just do it as a dog, like stuck in a plush body. What would he do
Yeah.
in that situation? And
their
it's like,
best.
exactly. And the premise doesn't have to be overly complex, but if it's something that you think that you can roleplay, or
Yeah.
at least pretend to be for a while,
Mhm.
then you'll do a great job.
Exactly.
They're about this tall. Yeah, they're like
Ah, my throat's killing
little
me.
guy.
It's a little guy.
And
God's
and he's
sake.
threatening. He's very threatening. He's definitely like attacked people and won.
I really wish I could catch that ball. It would be so fun.
He can make people take psychic damage.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Or
concerning.
Okay.
Psychic damage is
in-
one of the most lethal types.
Like the microphone, what do you imagine it tastes like?
I mean, I know how to inflict psychic
serious
damage.
characters are good.
Thank you for not
Yeah.
taking the
You just have to
Okay.
read Chuck Tingle book titles.
We don't need any more people licking it. It's literally got like 50.
I'm immune. I've already read them.
God, really? That's
Try
wild.
again.
Ah.
There was. That reminds me. Yes, they are a special breed. They are untouched. They have no frame of reference, and
Yeah.
they just do stuff that is so fun and creative. And just
And
you
that's
you
what
only
made
get to
me
be a
have to say
first time
that
role
people
player
VR
once.
chat.
Yeah.
So have fun with it.
Just go bananas. Do you have any New Year's wishes? What are you looking forward to in the new year?
What am I looking forward to?
Yeah, is there anything exciting on the horizon for you? Anything you wish is gonna come true?
Do I have to talk about our play, or can I talk about other things?
Anything you want.
Make an RPG, make a game.
Ooh, what's it gonna be about? I've debated doing a lot of hobbies, but unfortunately my work keeps me very busy. Machi mash! Suraimu desu.
Hello.
I don't know. You know, honestly, that's the best kind of game. One you figure out as you go along. Me personally, I'm very excited. We have a lot of exciting things coming, but I want to grow my audience. But more importantly, I want to share stories like these with as many people as I can, because not a lot of people know about them. And despite all of its popularity, you know, VR chat RP is still fairly niche to the point where a lot of people don't know what it is.
It's a small subset of a small subset.
Yeah, so I want to share as many stories as I can with the world at large.
Storytelling is all about trying to
Yeah.
share with each other
Mhm.
the human experience. And this is part of our human experience. So
Yeah.
someday there will be stories about this. So I look forward to seeing the ones that you're able to share with others.
I'll have to make a new character though. My slime is too silly to be a reporter. Canonically,
That's
she has.
not possible.
She has.
Entirely nonsense.
She has one brain cell.
So?
She is the single brain cell. She doesn't understand the concept of interviews.
If anything, as I said, like
Still hungry too.
if it's a fun premise, like a news reporter, a fairly serious job, but they can't really stay focused on what they're doing, and then just like halfway through a conversation, oh wait, sir, like just shove the microphone. What are your thoughts? like that's
the same question 3 times.
Like that's the sort of stuff that makes roleplay fun for you and for others. Is leaning
It's
into
pretty
that archetype.
Can't believe Lego Man's fucking dead.
Yeah, I play a crazy person.
Just don't take my blue studs. I need those for General Grievous.
Nah, mine.
That's too bad. They're mine.
Mine.
No!
Wasn't that
Yes.
in
poor.
He died.
Oh god.
I'm already
That's
Also, hey, hi. How is the new place doing?
That's what I was about to say. The thing I'm looking forward to.
Yay!
I
sorry,
it's
I didn't,
going
like-
well. No, it's
didn't
No, you're fine.
Combo.
I think I'm still being interviewed.
I mean, honestly, this is pretty much the close of it. Is there anything you want to plug?
plug.
Yeah, drop a plug
Edison
for the
cable.
lovely folks in chat.
Yes.
I rotated the camera because,
like to
unfortunately, I can't see past your bulk.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I can get some.
You're fine. I just moved the
I'd
camera.
like to plug a couple of things.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
So, as a metaversal space,
Yeah.
Togear Termini has a couple of different partners. Those being the City of Lemonado, the Familia Insignier, the Kocho no Yakuza, Blue Star, Tuatha de Danann, and the Atlantis Metaverse Club. I would like to plug all of them as fun, interesting, wonderful lobbies to take part in. What else would I like to plug?
Anything you want. Drop your Twitch. Drop whatever you want.
Oh, Tuatha.
Oh my god.
I don't have a Twitch.
Sounds like somebody outside my meat
there any-
space apartment is going crazy with some guns.
Is it
there any,
valid to plug my own Twitter?
Go for it.
Yeah,
I was just about
Do
to.
it.
I was just about
Do
to
it, you
ask.
won't.
Would we
Oh
plug in
no!
like members like commissions?
I plug.
Yeah.
Wait, could I plug somebody else's Twitter?
If you do an interview with me, you can plug anything you want.
Just plug like
I
cursed
don't.
memes.
I
Twitter
don't
channel.
know his name off the top of my head. There's this guy on Twitter who he gives a lot of fashion advice, and that's not specific enough. So I'll
Oh,
just.
is it the guy? Is it the guy who always shouts at the mirror and he's like,
No, he takes like pictures of like people on TV,
Yeah.
like politicians, and then he's like collar gap, and he like zooms in on their fit, and he tells them why they're dressed wrong.
Collar gap.
just cinema sins,
he's-
but for fashion.
He's so good. If you can find him, if you know what I'm talking
No,
about,
this
he's
one
great.
actually has
but,
valid criticism.
Oh, he's like an
Oh,
actual
that's true,
tailor.
yeah.
It's like he's an actual professional like tailor and wardrober.
Yeah.
But I'll plug my Twitter. Alright,
Go for it.
I've never said this with my mouth.
Well, you're about to sit with your mouth
it's-
parts.
Damn, my mouth. My
Those
Twitter
are important
is
parts.
darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
My Twitter is Leo Meowis on the twitter.com. You'll see my lizard face. And I post interesting things in my perspective, which might not be in everyone's perspective. Oh well.
Time to go follow a Leo Meow.
I find a lot of interesting worlds on Twitter. There's a lot of really cool like VR photographers who then share worlds.
Yeah.
And then they do a lot of the work for you for world hopping. So yeah. And then I'd like to just plug
I'm surprised you didn't plug Togara Termini.
Oh. Maybe I should.
I mean, that's in the moment.
I thought that it was in the.
It was implied, of course.
I think I've spent a
It's
lot
on
of.
the cover of the box.
It's on the
I'd
box
like
cover.
to. I'd like to promote
Crystal meth?
Terminal Tangerine. Damn it. Toenail Tangastine.
Togarber Day.
Today birthday is Toger Day, and I would like to promote Toger Termini.
Wrong one.
Yay!
No, wait. Okay.
I'm dead. I'm cooked. Blah.
Cooked.
Cooked. Thank you so much for the interview. You're a wonderful interviewee. Ah. Chat, I'm cooked. Help.
Well, thank you for interviewing me.
Of course.
I
Always
can
a pleasure.
just ramble.
You know, we appreciate a good ramble
Leo
around
is
here.
a blessing to be around.
Oh my God. Parts of my ass are showing through my...
Pretty accurate.
I forgot.
Don't listen to these fools. Don't.
It's
don't
true.
listen to
Leo's
them.
one of the best of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't accidentally.
You are
walk
literally
into
one
the
of the
interview
best
Flashbang
or
by
of
anything.
compliments. Get flashbanged by compliments.
You're one of the best
isn't a
artists. You're
compliment,
one of the
that's
best
just telling
the truth.
storytellers. You're one of the best
Yeah.
avatar
Oh.
makers. You
Do they-
have
wait.
the best
That's a lie.
action style.
Oh, they're being campers.
Speaking of art stuff, is there like a commissions thing you want to plug?
No.
No, Leo's not doing commissions for a while.
on the stage.
Okay. I didn't know that. Compliments! It's like Eric Andre with the nickname. Compliments! Love and affection!
I love these people so much. They're so amazing and spectacular. Help me.
Oh, well, there they go. Bye, Leo. We appreciate you.
But yeah, no, Leo really is like a true
Yeah.
friend.
Would you like
Hell,
to
if it
talk to
wasn't for
chat
them-
next?
Oh yeah.
But me?
Yes, you.
Sure.
We're
Any
doing
questions you got?
Yeah, we're doing spontaneous interviews. Come over here. Your camera's left. There you go.
Here?
There's camera.
Oh, camera there.
That's good.
Hello, camera.
State your name for the record.
That makes sense.
Let's go over to the over here.
Well, I go by Illegal Tumor, or Tucker for those who don't like saying illegal or tumor, or any combination mixture of them.
That's good.
For a short time, there was
Cutie.
lots of different nicknames.
Very cutie. I like the avatar that you have going on here. What's the story behind this?
I think I think it's just from a Destiny avatar world. It's like a hive ghost. It can do a little glowy thing where it like opens up and like resurrects people.
That's cool. So do you roleplay as this?
Yeah.
Tell me about your character.
No, I didn't. Well, I actually don't do too much role playing.
Really?
The events I do, yeah, it's a long story. The short of it, in the immediate, I can go into detail later if you want.
We have like an hour to
It's
vamp.
just that. Okay. Well, back in the first off, I just nowadays I'm not on as much anymore. A lot more IRL stuff I'm taking care of. So when I do hang out, it's mainly just as like a joke character, maybe like a cool fantasy robot or head pets.
Don't let this
head
man
pets
fool
appreciated.
you. He's wanted in 17 states.
Oh, 17?
That's true.
What'd
I
you
kept
do?
killing Gumbo.
Oh my god. How could you do that?
Well, it depends on what state we're talking about. Each one kind of has different things happening. Listen, evidence is a physical, tangible thing. It can't be in all places at once.
I guess that's true. Due to
It's
jurisdictional
like a
laws and
jigsaw
things
puzzle
like that.
that's like scattered. Yeah.
A lot of things are like scattered.
But yeah, so when I do show up, it's mainly as like a joke character from like a fictional setting I enjoy. Like I'll do like a Necron or recently, just through joking around with people and like the concept of like double or nothing, we came up with this idea for like a robot that's addicted to gambling. So I need to come up with that.
Much, stranger.
Hi.
Come on over here.
Hi, Toka.
Come over here, hang out.
This is my good friend Toka.
It's good to meet you, Toka. Camera's that direction.
Yeah. Actually, I think I met Toka just about a month or so, maybe 2, before I joined the group that I would meet Leo and everyone else here in.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was what, 2.5 years ago now?
So what brought you
3.
to
Wow.
Takara Gemini?
Oh. Well, it was through veterancy, I guess. About 3 years ago, I had just spent a whole full year because of COVID just hermiting at home,
Oh, that's good.
traveling through VR chat, looking for worlds to hang out in, getting a feel of the landscape. And I came across this Mafia roleplay group, and I won't go too into depths with them.
Yeah.
We did. It was 2020.
Yeah.
God, so long ago. That's crazy.
Where does the time go, right? It's
but
already
yeah,
2025.
Absolutely. Oh my, yeah, right. It's about to be 5 years. But right, I keep on going on tangents. Let's see what happened. Right, I joined that group, and then pretty quickly in that group we started to grow, and I started to climb the ranks, and then I kind of filled a very niche role where I didn't do too much role playing. I more so kind of did behind the scenes management. I won't go too into detail with the VR group because, to my knowledge, I've been so out of contact with them now. I don't want to make any assumptions.
Yeah.
But my role was just sort of, after a certain influx of players, we had to measure like, okay, any troublemakers, kind of like a moderator. And that was fun. It was good because I didn't have the time to do full roleplay, but I still got to contribute and be with the people I cared about. And it was a bit of a found family, especially during COVID. It really helped. I think that got me through a lot.
Aw,
And
that's
then-
sweet. Forgive me if I look like I'm
Yeah,
crawling
and then
over
that
here.
went on-
I forgot to charge my
It's okay.
controllers, so I gotta.
My right one's about to close to dying. I'm assuming too.
I gotta plug these bad boys in once I get the cables. Hold on. Keep going. Keep vamping. Don't worry. Chat, chat doesn't mind the angles.
And that went on for a whole roller coaster of great times and memories for about 2 years. And then a group of us, I think, met up in person, and I kind of realized, I needed to change some things.
Yeah.
I won't go into the details of it because that's someone else's story to tell. It's not my place, not my right. I don't know. It's not my issue.
It's just it's not a story you feel like telling.
Yeah, it's a story for another day, for a rainy day or a kooky bar story. But long story short, I went off and did my own thing, and because of priorities and other things and getting my life, like IRL stuff, back on track.
Yeah.
I kind of had to drop off the face of the earth, virtually at least.
Oh my god.
And then for another 2 whole years after the 2 years of being with that group.
Yeah.
I was just gone. I was dormant. I was working odd jobs for 2 years and going to college on the side.
Yeah.
But before all that, at that other group, that Mafia themed roleplay, that was where I met Leo and in a sanatorium and lots of others. And it was the best of times. I still look back on those days and the people I really bonded with, and it I don't know, it's weird. I'm only in my early 20s, but I look back on it and I keep on picturing myself like around a campfire with grizzled war vets talking about the golden age, and it's like that wasn't it, but
Well,
it
you
was
never
fun.
really
And
forget your
it was
first.
your first found family. You never really forget it.
You really don't.
And so after 2 years of me being dormant, my Leo got back in contact with me
Met Doomer
through
through a prison
an alt of an
roleplay.
alt.
Wild.
Oh, you met really?
I'm so reminded of old jailbreak servers from CSS.
For me, it was role playing on Half-Life maps. There was always some other group trying to use them, and we were just like, no, we just wanted to explore like a creepy little place.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that wasn't with that Mafia group. That was, I think, before then for me. God, it's all scattered now. It's been so long. Anyways, but yeah, Leo eventually joined that Mafia group, and she even, oh my God, they. Actually, you know, it doesn't matter. Leo, it doesn't matter. Leo's awesome either way. That Leo got like skyrocketed to the top of that community.
Goodness.
She did. Leo did so much. Was so helpful. I confided them in some of my lowest points, and they got me through it. It was great. Absolute amazing person. And that's when I met all them, and it was great. And eventually, Toka, you joined as well, and you made friends as well. And it was so cool to see my worlds of friends I had sort of combine. And it was just fascinating. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah, well, like I said,
so
one of the big things about virtual worlds like these is just how much power it has to bring people together.
Absolutely. There's so much, I think, maneuverability.
Yeah.
And I love the access of avatars too. Yeah, it's great. As someone who does wish, like every now and then the ADHD is like, man, it would be so cool to like also be me, but also be some sort of like crab or like a fly on the wall of X situation.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And with avatars, you can do that. But at that point, I'm just advertising VR chat to people who already use it. To get back on point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So then there was 2 years where I was just not around, and Leo got in contact with me through an alt of mine. And I didn't even know I still had the thing. I got a message one day and I was like, oh my God, what is this profile picture? And it was so interesting. And then because of that lack of access, because I could barely remember the passwords and whatever for it, it kind of unintentionally became a bit of like actual long distance messaging, like a pen pal type thing.
Yeah.
And it was great. And then after about half a year of that, I finally had enough free time to get back in touch with everyone here in VR chat and through Discord and everything. And it was great. It was so great to finally catch up, see what had changed, see who was still here. Because for me, I had fully cut off, so I have no clue what had happened since then. I didn't know. I don't even fully know what's going on with that Mafia roleplay anymore. But it's just been a blast catching up with everyone here. It's been fun seeing new faces. And it's been fun being kind of retired from like roleplay moderation type roles. It was a lot of effort and a lot of stress and a lot of like overthinking and over planning doing that job for 2 years straight. When, oh God, how big did, where's Toka? I don't know where they went. But I think that Mafia roleplay got into like the 4 digits in terms of size. So it was big, and it was stressful, and then not having to do that anymore, it was so nice. And so now I'm just here as like an old friend. I come and goof out, and I hang out in the Tagare Discord server, and it's nice. I get to be on the more friendly side of it than the managerial side, as I was with that other group. And it's been so much fun.
So what sticks out on you from
grown.
like a management side versus like a player or a moderator side?
Well, I think management side, when I was in that Mafia roleplay, I never really allowed myself to get close to people because of my role. I had to stay unbiased and very analytical of like, okay, is there any like drama going on behind the scenes that isn't like scripted roleplay stuff? Is this going to cause issues? Is this going to ruin everyone's experiences overall? Kind of like is this a net gain or loss for just the community overall?
Yeah.
And it was very, I think, alienating, the job itself. It could have been the way I went about it or just what the job ended up becoming.
Yeah.
But I constantly had to look at everyone kind of like numbers on a spreadsheet of how many issues is going on with this person, or is this person just kind of not getting with the proverbial program, whatever that was for the role play. And I loved having that purpose of like, I'm helping out how I can, because there's like some stuff I'm not good at. This stuff I was weirdly good at. I didn't even know I was good at it until like I think the owner of that Mafia roleplay put me into that role. And again, it was great at the time, but I started to notice over the 2 years that, man, I would come in and I'd be almost sour, because the job's focus was finding like bad issues. It was looking for almost like a pessimist mindset. Not that it was forced into that, just that that's what you had to do with the job. You had to, while everyone else was having fun, you have to be behind the stage thinking, okay, who do I have to look out for? Who two people should I, like, I don't know, be worried about, like, bringing in real world stuff to a fun, virtual escape?
Yeah.
And it was very I think it was very hard and awkward to have to sit down with other managerial role staff and talk about people like it's a RPG type like video game character. And that's crazy that you have to talk about someone like that and be like, okay, is this person going to hurt the experiences of the party, and you're not just talking about a role, you're talking about like an actual person playing. And it became very disconnecting from what the goal of the community was for me.
It sounds like you itched for that kind of connection.
I did. I again, after that year of hermiting, I lost a lot of my social skills. I got some major anxiety, and doing that role was kind of the closest way I could get to connecting with people while still just kind of figuring out how to interact with people again. Like a robot trying to tell comedy jokes or something. And it was a struggle. And I think at the time that role helped, but then I grew out of it. I kind of realized this in the long term is not doing what it does in the short term. And so I left that. I left that along with other personal and non-personal reasons. Again, another story for another day. And now that I'm back here, I don't have to do any of that. They've got that covered. And everyone who I have seen in charge is so good at what they do. Leo and Cube and Insanatorium and plenty others I'm sure I'll be forgetting, and I'm sorry that I do.
Mushy mush.
Are so good at writing.
I am pretty sure one of you both has a Happy New Year right now, right?
Nope, mine's in an hour.
Mine is, oh god, I think.
But if you like an interview on twitch.tv/Siraimo, you're welcome to come join.
No, I swear it in front of... Wait, did I swear right now? I hope nobody...
No, you can swear.
You're fine. I think I've accidentally sweared a little bit.
What the fuck kind of channel do you think I run, you silly goober? We can say whatever the fuck we want as long as you don't say slurs.
Yeah. But yeah, it's everyone on Tagari is just wonderful, and the staff there, the ones that I know, I absolutely trust. Of the people from that Mafia time that could have kind of grandfathered into, or I don't know exactly the entire origins of Tagari, because again, that was while I was gone. But the people who did come over from there to do this, I absolutely trust, and I loved being around. And so the people they've recruited in, if they trust them, I trust them as well. And just I always see people laughing. There's so much creativity in the sessions, and these aren't even the big sessions, like the narrative sessions. These are just the casual day-to-day ones as well, which blows my mind. There was a point of issue with that other roleplay where there was oversaturation.
Yeah. And
I just don't see that here. I think the creativity and also the freedom of creativity on both the DMs and the actor players roles is just, it's very fluid and nurturing here. while still fun and adventurous. There's
So what
very,
kind of advice would you give
what's it called?
somebody who's wanting to get into roleplay?
Ooh, my advice would be, I'd say start with what interests you on a small scale. If you like more comedic roles, maybe play a funny little side character like a gremlin guy, or if you're willing to like have more like slapstick comedy, maybe be like the comedic like sitcom-esque punching bag for an occasional thing every now and then. Or if you like more serious thing, maybe you can be like a sort of novice, eager to learn adventurer type. Maybe a young mage or wizard who wants to learn about stuff and then makes friends along the way. So find the avenue that you're most interested in, that you find you do best, and then start small scale on the casual in the Tagare station role plays, and work your way from there. Feel what's comfortable, feel out the waves, because I always see someone doing something different there, and it's unique and it's funny. And even if someone who is continuing their character's story, who has been doing it for months, is there, I still see people brand new come in, and they can just hang out. They can chat with them. They'll give them if they want. They don't pressure the newcomers at all about getting like lore bombed
Happy New Year.
or flashbanged with all this information. It's like you can see a crazy. It's like that. Did you ever see Community? The show.
Ooh, it sounds familiar, but I'm unfamiliar with it completely.
There's just a meme from it where Gambino, I can't remember
Childish
his name,
Gambino?
but Childish Gambino, the actual real person when he was acting in it, comes in with pizza and the room's on fire and there's chaos happening with the rest of the cast of the show.
I know what you're talking about on that.
That meme.
Yeah.
That meme. It's like that meme, but you don't need to even have any of the context. You can laugh at it, you can walk in, and then you can sort of work your way backwards while still having a fun time.
Is that Sal?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's crazy, right? He took the name from the boat in that show as well, which was called Childish Tycoon, and then he took like Gambino.
Welcome in. So good to see you. Feel free to pop into frame.
Hi. Ooh, I like the horns on your avatar.
So good to see you. How are you, cutie pie? I know. I said I wouldn't stream until next year, but I couldn't resist. People were like, Sue, we want to watch you hang out with folks for New Year's. I said, okay, I'll do it. I'm a sucker. I'll do anything chat wants me to.
I hope yes.
Especially that one. That one's part of my chat too. You're a very good slangling, Sal. So is there anything that you're looking forward to in the New Year's? Any New Year's wishes?
I think more of the same of what's been happening this year. Just kind of continuing on with my IRL life while keeping a good balance with this one, and hanging out with my friends when I can. That's Tagare. Again, to compare to that previous group I was in, it's a lot more mellow. It's a lot more casual. It's not as intense, and it doesn't feel like you know how there's certain shows where like if you miss an episode, you're just gone. You're lost. Tagare is, I think, a good in between that and like a Saturday night cartoon or Saturday morning cartoons, where you can have your Scooby-Doo episodes, but you can also have your, say, Supernatural or Dexter or like family sitcom type thing, joking sitcom, of course. And
The Marvelous Adventures of Flapjacks.
Yes. Oh, good choice.
Yeah. Ooh, Misadventures of Flapjack. I remember this.
Together.
Marvelous Misadventures.
Got it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
There it is.
Is it good?
Okay, you know how Courage had some episodes of what drug they were on?
Oh, Courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, you know the whole Return to the Slap episode and some of the other random stuff?
Yeah.
And it's like, Courage, Flapjack was that, but more consistent. Like, there's an entire episode where the word West weirdness would come up, like, I can't remember which name they used. Neptune and Poseidon came up out of the water, holding two like other people in his arms and just started chatting because someone said say the word West.
West.
Okay, their allegory for getting drunk is the candy barrel, by the Pokemon Butler, who has a candy wife, and he's trying to get the candy. And Captain Knuckles, who is voiced by the guy who does Crabs, is trying to go to Candy Island.
Interesting. To check it out.
Yeah, have fun with it. What the hell?
It's been very interesting getting to know things on sort of a moderator level. I've had a few moderation experiences myself, but honestly, I understand where you're coming from. It can be a very stressful experience. It can be a very difficult experience.
Yeah, and even I'll admit right now, like even talking about this is difficult because there's so many names and events and stuff that I can remember. But you know, it's also respect of privacy. You know, you were keeping track of the real consequences of the stuff, which is not to downplay any of the roleplay. People who DM and act out the roleplays, like in Tagare and other servers that were mentioned. That is so much work and creativity that I only hope to aspire to. And managerial stuff, though, there are stories you almost wish you could have small talk about, but you can't because it's other people's interactions and their sort of drama and it's almost like dishing gossip on a reality TV show, but the reality TV show is just actual person's lives, and you can't do that. You know, it's not right. But yeah, I was happy I could share my thoughts. Again, shout out to Tagare and all of its allied roleplay groups, and I was happy to talk. Yeah, and if you
Well, now's your time. Well, actually, wait, one more question for you before I let you plug.
Yeah.
Because I'm burningly curious about this. I want to know, what's the origin, what's the explanation behind the name Illegal Tumor?
I actually have 3 different responses. One is a bit of a joke response.
Whichever one's best.
Whichever one is true.
Whichever one you like the most.
I'll give you 2 of them.
Okay.
I'll give you the truthful and the funny one, and I'll save the third one for another time. But
sure.
The funny one is, I'll go into a whole like spiel with the guy, like a salesman spiel of like, okay, so you know how there's black market deals, right? And there's black market organs, right?
Yeah.
Well, an illegal tumor, because a black market organ would be an illegal organ. The idea is you take out the tumor of someone, and and you use it in terms of like a long-term assassination hit. And so you pay someone to take the tumor out of someone, and then they secretly implant it in someone else, and then they're like, oh, I don't know, and then you find out, bam, 10 years later, they got like something. Hopefully it's benign. I would always jokingly put in my status like it's benign. And obviously that one with it's a bit touchy, that joke, so I don't use it as much anymore. But the truthful answer is it was a combination of insults I had received way back in like early high school. And I was updating my username because I was like, I'd had this since like elementary school. It's out of date, and it's it's one of those ones where like you have it for like Pop Tropica or like
oh my god, I remember
or like Club Penguin. And it's like the very kid, like, oh, I'll just put like a cool nickname I have, and it's pretty much just your full name.
Right, like Trevor 0506.
Obviously, yeah, something like that, something similar. And so I changed it, and I was thinking of what to change it to, and I took 2 different insults I'd received in the same day. One was, I think, illegal immigrant dumbass, which didn't make sense because I'm a very pasty Caucasian guy.
Yeah.
And then the other one was tumor infested retard. And again, this was years. It's still not okay, but it was, I think, at a point where they thought it was okay to still throw that around. Anyways, not defending them. Still insults, definitely insults. And so I took the 2 words and I was like, what would that be? Why? What makes makes the tumor illegal, and then that was it.
I see. That's wonderful. Well, it's the moment you...
Legalized tumor invasion of the body.
It's the moment you've been waiting for, Mr.
Yeah.
Tumor. You've got my full attention from the chat. Is there anything you would like to promote?
Pretty much everything that Leo also promoted. I don't have much of a social media footprint besides my Discord, and I'm not going to give that out.
No, of course not.
But
you should come
I
hang
think
out on
just,
discord.gg/today. I wish I had a vanity URL.
I absolutely will. I'll check it out. I'll check out your stream. I'll join all that stuff. I enjoyed this talk.
I wish I had a vanity URL. I really do, but unfortunately, you have to get like a certain number of members and shit before you can get a vanity URL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It used to be
right.
its whole thing, but nah, not so much.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess the only other thing I would sponsor or advertise is anyone from any of these roleplay worlds and the Tagari as well, who do art, and I guess just check them out. Anyone who's advertising or promoting that they do commissions with art, support them, support local creators, because these people are so creative with their storytelling. I can't even imagine how creative they are with their drawing or whatever form of commissions it is. I imagine it's out of this world. And the more support for local artists like that, you can support local artists while still being on the internet.
Yeah, support
And
local
I think that's
artists.
such a
Kids. Don't let AI stop
yeah,
you.
it's such a unique hybrid of being able to do large scale and small. So definitely anyone you run into who says like, hey, I'm gonna do commissions for something, just anything. It can be the smallest option they have, or if I don't know, if you're someone who's got like Rockefeller money, go buy a like Mona Lisa type thing. But just support the artists, because those same people are coming up with these beautiful inside their mind stories for you to go on and roleplay in, and it's fascinating the capacity of the human imagination.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the interview. We appreciate you. You're welcome to stick around if you just want to hang out with me and chat.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out here waiting.
Thanks for having me.
We're biding our time, TBH.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, we're here until midnight, and it's already 11:15. So you're very welcome to stay and hang out if you'd like.
Absolutely. That's the plan.
And
You look like
Have a
you're
nice
flexing
day.
hard. You leaving?
Yeah, I throw a bottle of salt at you.
Salt. No, I'm gonna die. Ah, that's my chair. I can't go too close into the middle of my VR space because right now I'm constrained to my chargers.
I throw MSG.
Throw me some extension
Bye,
cords.
Sal. It was nice
Bye,
meeting you.
Sal.
I throw unextension cords.
Good, thank you.
I unextension your cords.
Unextensions your cords.
I uncharge your.
Unextension their cords.
Yeah. But on my part, I think I've been role-playing for, what is it, a couple years at this point. I've enjoyed it.
Wow.
This model of mine is a recent endeavor. I had this done for my birthday, my 1-year anniversary.
I was about to say it's a very beautiful avatar. I like how the motion you have for the slime.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was gooier on the feet, but I designed this to be in a similar image to my my actual avatar that I use. Because I use what is it? I think it's called VTube Studio 2.5. I think they call it.
Ooh.
It's one of those animated.
I heard that's a good one.
Yeah, well, animated VTubers are the ones that are hand drawn, but they move like they're a 3D model. So I have a 2D model of this that I use. It's slightly different, but the concept remains the same.
I've seen one of those under the Limesicle VTuber.
Yeah.
With hers being it's fascinating how fluid and 3D that stuff can look.
Yeah, it's some special software that you have to use for it, but man, it's good. It's good quality. I mean, I finished my model, and I think until the day comes that I eventually redraw it and get a 2.5 debut on it, I had plans to use this 3D model for the rest of my streams. I really did, but I couldn't figure out how to get it working in a streaming space. So it's kind of just become my virtual representation here in the virtual space.
Well, I think especially a slime form that works really well. Just as even for people who, especially for people who may not be comfortable with their own body, but also just in general, I think it's great for like a shapeshifter vibe. It plays into even like a canonical reason for like everyone having different avatars, or if you have different avatars. You know, in case there's any like narrative lore to your VTuber persona.
I have some lore, but it's nothing quite as exciting as you might think.
Well, I'm sure it's still very creative and personal. And again, it adds practical, canonical. What's the wording? Practical explanations for, you know, like virtual stuff.
Yeah.
Immersion. Practical immersion. That's the word.
I just like to joke that because our overlay is two-dimensional, I'm two-dimensional. But the truth is, a lot of my redeems, like my flavor shifting and hat system and things like that, just won't work with this 3D model. Mind you, I've made some changes. Like for example, I can change the color of this puppy on a dime.
RGB slime.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say RBGB slime. I can just set this to cycle.
Nice. It's great for raves.
Oh, it is. It is. And I recently finished this, which is the ice form. I've got a lot of plans for this character. I really do. The big issue that I have is the poly count.
Oh no, is it low? Or I mean,
it's really high. I had to the original model of this. Let me see if I can't pull it up in my thing, because I have a high definition version of this that I use normally for my streams. But this is my more optimized one that I use. My HD one has 106,000 triangles.
Oh god. Yeah, that is. You gotta have a beefy computer for that.
Yeah, this one here only has 81,000, but I think the maximum I'm allowed for the meat rack is like 90,000.
Yeah, well, it still looks great, and the ice especially too. I've been recently getting back into like just I don't know. One of my hyperfixations recently has been like Arctic like undead necromancy frost magic type stuff. So the ice really works.
Well, I whipped this up in maybe like 15-20 minutes. All I did was I took the rig for the original model, and I just modeled over it and then got rid of the body underneath it. So this is a separate mesh. I plan on updating this once I get more stuff for my character, but she plans on consuming extra cores to get elemental capabilities. The issue, again, that I run into is material count. Let me see here. I've got 15 materials in this puppy. You wouldn't think it, right? But then also the triangle count, 81,000. I don't know how much. I forget how much the meat rack does, but that's where I primarily take this character's meat rack.
Interesting.
Happy New Year, Abe and Droth. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you. My chat's lovely. I love them to death.
Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah.
I love my chat. I
That's
really
good.
do.
It means it's blowing up.
I wouldn't necessarily call my chat blowing up. I've got, let's see here. How many loyal slimelings are we sitting on today? We got 2. 2 loyal slimelings.
Hey, any chat is a good chat. I've seen so many niche streamers on Twitch that I'll just follow because what they're doing is great. Whether it's music or they just have a great sense of humor. I try to treat it like almost like those little shorts on like TikTok or YouTube or something.
YouTube shorts are great.
I'll take it at face value, and then I'll see a few of them, and then I get a feel for like the person who's making them. Not assuming I know them. That'd be creepy. But assuming like, okay, what's the vibe of what I get out of watching this person, and then I'd follow it. And from the interview we've already done here, and from how it sounds like your chat is, and Leo's interview as well, I'd say definitely any new viewers who haven't followed yet, follow them.
Yeah,
follow this channel.
Here on twitch.tv/Seremu, we have all the slime girl based content you can shake a stick at. But don't shake a stick at me, because then you'll get it stuck in me, and it's gonna be really awkward.
Yeah, it's a whole mess. There's degelling, and then there's like.
Was there anything?
There's like a scientific term with slime.
I mean, there's a lot of terms with slimes.
I was gonna say like desalination or something, but that might have to do with like salt water levels.
It does. Debrining, all kinds of stuff. There was oh gosh, what was it? Let's see. I have about 40 minutes until New Year's, so I'll let these charge puppies for a little longer until about 11:45. That way we can be free and move around and get all excited for the new year.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's exciting.
I used to
New Year.
I used to roleplay a different slime, a different slime girl. Because when I first started here in the metaverse, I started out as a slime girl myself, and I'm still a slime girl, bitches. Nothing's changed.
Slime for life.
Yeah, no, I was a really cute little pudding slime. And people would be like, well, what's your name? And I'd be like, it's Sue, but you can call me Miss, or Ma'am, or Mommy. And it was fantastic. It always threw people off guard. I think, like I said, the best role plays that you have are just kind of the times when you don't have any expectations on what you're doing. Like, my best
there's no
characters
ulterior motive or goal.
My favorite characters to throw around and have been fucking characters that don't mean anything, you know? I had a good time running around as a ferret for a while.
Technically, it's actually twice that.
Those are cute. Those are cute little guys. Yeah.
I definitely need to do more
I absolutely
characters,
agree.
but this whole experience here has got me thinking. I have a great idea. Level with me this. Tell me if it sounds like a good idea. It's a magma slime that works as an interviewer, like a reporter.
A magma slime?
Yeah, a magma slime.
The interviews?
Just a magma slime that goes to places, interviews. It gives me an excuse to do this everywhere.
I think it works. You could even have like a little volcano, top of a volcano pop out of the ground, and like that's what you spawn out of. It could be an emote or something. And then you pop out and it's like, we're live from XYZ or something.
Live from Togari Termini, it's Magma Night Live.
Yeah. Ooh, Magma Night Live. That's great. That's good. Something else you could do is.
Yeah.
Oh god, I did just rewatch Anchorman like just about a week ago. I'm trying to think if there's anything you can do from. Yeah. My advice would be then like. I can't think of any at the top of my head, but watch like Anchorman and 1 and 2, preferably 1, but that's just movie quality in general. Anyways, look for any like magma type puns you could do, or like plays on it, parodies, and that could be like little like emotes you do, or little like quips or responses the character has.
Yeah, I used to have a little model back when. I don't know how long you've been in VR chat. Do you remember when birds were all the phrase? Like just little tiny burps.
Birds?
Burps, yeah. Little pudgy birds.
Burps.
Little itty bitty bitty pudgy birds.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. They just had like little dots for eyes.
Yeah, those guys.
I remember seeing them, but I didn't get to interact with too many of them.
I had a burb avatar for a while, and it was a reporting bird. It had like a little camera and had a little microphone attached to it and had a little light on it. It was great, but it wasn't optimized in the slightest, so I could never bring it to any kind of lobby or anything.
Oh no. You know what would be cute is if for the camera on your little magma interviewer, it's just a little flying like lava bird, and he's got like a little camera.
Ah, that'd be sweet.
Like that we're live in 3, 2, 1.
See, I had like a lot of ideas for it. My best ideas come from spontaneousness, but I have so many things I need to do. I've let myself get suckered into DMing, and it's like I've hit a point now in my DMing where I have to actually do a bunch of model work and like finish the story. I can't just wait, you know.
Oh, absolutely. I had a. Oh god, yeah, no. There's so many times where my hyperfixations have been like, I need to do all of this. This is I can do all this, and then like a week later, I'm like, oh god, I've bitten off way more than I can chew.
I've made a fool of myself, but it's too late to turn around.
Yeah. The best thing I can hope for is that like my hyperfixations will align with like the general genre or topic of that idea again some point down the road, and then I just write down what I can remember of it, and then I can pick back up. It's not scheduled or organized or forcing focus back in. I just kind of like to have. I like to adapt to the chaos. You know, my brain is the way it is, and I can try to either fight it, or I can try to be like, okay, so this is when you'll be free, and this is when I'll come over, etc. type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound nice. Ooh, there's someone behind me. Who is it? Ooh, pretty.
Very pretty. I think the red works well with they have like this teal neon tattoo. Reminds me of the Aztec. No, not Aztec. What is it? The Greek little like spirals, like the rectangular spirals that they did on stuff.
Yeah, the what was it, like the golden spiral or rectangles or whatever? I don't remember what it's called. There's something like that like makes it aesthetically pleasing, and it's like 3 rectangles that go in a spiral.
I think that it's something. I can't remember. There's probably an official name for it.
Probably, like the Golden Theory or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of things. I remember when I got started role playing. God, that was forever ago. I think it was Orlando Saka that I started with.
Interesting.
I had some plans.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Orlando Saka is pretty great. If you haven't already, you owe it yourself to check them out. They're one of the larger communities out there, so their lobbies consistently get about 40 to 60 people. Which unfortunately does mean their lobbies are pretty big, but thankfully their avatar rules are actually surprisingly lax by comparison.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check them out then.
It's like a little Japanese town. It's really well optimized and it takes care of itself, and it's good. The only issue I have is
the world then.
Yeah, Orlando Saka is great. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that happens there. My fault with it is that it's a little slice of life for me, but that works for some characters I have, because sometimes I just come on here to have conversations. And I'll be fully honest.
Yeah.
I like talking to characters a lot more than I enjoy talking to people.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. There's times where I love to play like I'll play a mute who's like very friendly. And I usually because like they have a big spacesuit on, or they're a robot and they don't have a vocal type thing. One of my favorites was I took an Outer Wilds avatar and I just took the banjo and I started hanging out on like hiking trail maps and stuff, and I just play the banjo, and people would usually sit down and it just like a little pop-up campfire place.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was lovely. Yeah.
I think the simplest ideas often are the best.
Yeah, I think, and what's great too is if they're very natural and what's the word, diegetic with how people naturally interact, it can really blossom into something more complex just naturally, just snowballs. And even if you're not looking for that, you can leave that there. Someone else can pick up that snowball and be like, ooh, that's a complex idea. What if we turn that into something else? What if it becomes a whole role play? But, take it or leave it. I think that's my favorite thing about VR chat overall. It's just everything is, you can go your own way, you can choose your own thing, take it or leave it, pick it up when you want to, pick it up when you don't want to. It's people. It's people trying to have a good time online. And I think that gives us a lot more freedom than some of us realize.
Yeah. I do think VR has the huge potential for being a very... There's someone eating chips. Do you
Someone's doing the nom-nom?
Someone's eating a bag of crisps. I could hear them vaguely in the background. Who's eating crisps?
I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe my volume's not high enough?
No, it's some distant avatar. They've got it on 2 dimensionals, not 3 dimensionals, but someone's eating a bag of crisps.
That is unfortunate.
It's okay, but it's funny. I'm just sitting here rambling my little heart out from my audience of 2, and someone's popping a bag of crisps. God. Yeah, no, I've got some big plans for this coming year myself. I'm very excited about all of it.
Nice.
Like, I know this year we raised...
I'm excited.
We raised about, I think it was like $100 for ACLU. Me and my buddy Dutch.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
nice.
that was great. We did a hot sauce challenge. God, I don't know.
I bet that was
great.
a bit chaotic.
I have a VOD channel. If you check out my Twitch, which is the same as my username, I on the about page we have a VOD, and there's a hot sauce challenge on it where I dressed up in a little blue morph suit and we drank some hot sauce. My poor buddy Dutch.
Cool, great.
My poor buddy Dutch, he published a highlights video about all of it. And I mean, the poor man suffered so much more than I did, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
I do think he was hamming it up a little bit for his chat, but he has a highlight reel. I haven't really made highlight reels of anything. Oh my god.
Interesting. Well, I love highlight reels. I'll have to check them out. Are they on YouTube as well as Twitch?
Dutch is on YouTube and Twitch. I'm also on YouTube and Twitch. You can find it on YouTube under the Suraimu archive, or easier just to go to twitch.tv. Do I have this in my profile? Maybe? No. I'm just gonna put this in my profile. Why not?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
TV /
Not gonna hurt anyone.
Suraimu. There you go. There should be a link to my Twitch in my profile.
Perfect. Right. Let me. If my thing will let me. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd really like to start doing content for a larger crowd this year. That's my big goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure there's like game show worlds you could host on. Do little fun recordings with friends, or you could do past interviewees who maybe were like fans want to see again.
Mm-hmm.
You could have them meet back up with you and then play those game shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's suffice to say, for some reason, my VR streams here don't get a huge audience. I think maybe my audience just isn't suited for VR stuff. I'd like to change that just as mentioned, but at the same time, I get a bigger audience from just doing video games, I guess, because people enjoy seeing video games more than they seeing VR games. I don't know. Well, it's a problem to figure out in 2025, provided we all make it through.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem for future us.
Don't voice it on future us.
I'm not them. I don't have to deal with it.
Damn it, you're right. Damn it, he's right. Fuck.
Now, past me, I hate that. I hate that fucker.
I hate that fucking bitch.
I hate them. Always leaving me with the assignments and the things I need to do.
Oh my god, listen, that's a mood. I'm old. I wish I could go back to being young. You said you were in your early 20s, right?
Oh yeah. Yes. I recently turned 23.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm old. I wish I was that young. But fortunately, what I am happy about is the fact that my controllers are charged.
Hey!
Which means I just have to do a quick calibrations and uh-oh. What's falling out? Something's falling out.
Uh-oh.
My power bank?
Well, that'll mean you're able to explore around the world again, right?
That's true. If you want to come hang out, you're welcome to.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna catch up with some old friends, but yeah, I'll be around here till the ball drops.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop back up onto the center stage whenever the ball drops. You're welcome to meet me there.
Yeah. It was a pleasure talking to you, Sarai.
Hey, always a pleasure.
Suraimu? Sarai?
Suraimu.
Suraimu.
Uh-huh.
It was a pleasure talking, and yeah, if you ever have any other questions for me, I'd be happy to answer.
Bet I will.
If you want to, I can like off stream, I can answer other stuff that maybe wasn't able to be talked about now. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. By all means, thank you so much for coming by. We do. Someone's eating crisps again.
I'm happy to be
Who's
here.
eating them crisps?
Happy to talk.
God, my cortisol tangled up. I've been hanging out around British people too much because I call it crisps now instead of chips.
Oh, I will admit though, the accent is very attractive.
Ah, you flatter me.
It's just.
Oh, you were talking about
Foreign
English
accents are-
people.
listen, well, I guess most accents, yeah. Yours included. The main point I was saying was like any
have to
accent
flatter me
is, I
just
think,
'cause
just
I'm on
very.
stream.
No, it was honesty. It was innocence of exceptions when I was specifying
Yeah.
British accents, but just in general, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Hi.
stopping by. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Happy
the
to
rest
be
of
here.
your enjoy the rest of your new year, and I'll see you on stage in
I
about
will.
20 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll see
Chat,
you there.
I'm taking you inside
Shout
my
out to
brain.
the
We're
to
gonna
chat.
We're gonna go
Happy
fucking
New Year's.
We're gonna go look at some signs. Bye.
Alrighty. Bye.
I've got you with me now, Jack. You can't escape me. What do we have here? Look at all these advertisements around. Barely clothed freaks. White Tower Hall. Hangouts, parties, and more. Ancient Sophia. There's a caveman roleplay? Who's eating crisps? Someone's having a bag of crisps, and I want to know who. I gotta find them. Who the fuck's eating crisps? It's two-dimensional, so I can hear it across the map. Magistrate for Ministry Promotions. I've seen this before. They advertised on at the VCAT, I believe. I don't know. I feel like advertising at a VCAT for promotional stuff is just you want to make money. What do we have here? Black Aces of Fighting 41. Oh man, it's like a plane kind of RP. That's cool. I've been in one of those planes before. They're fun. They're super fun. Hardbox, subsystems, server rooms, bullet time agents. My God, that's right. We have to finish that, chat.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, it's meat.
Oh yeah, that's actually a real thing that was in the Victorian era. It was like a personal defense pocket pistol.
What else do we have around here? Again with these like bubble generators. I don't know if they do anything, but they're nice. What are signs? Finsworks Interactive World Creator. Someone's eating crisps. Chat, we have an objective while we're looking around these signs is to find out who the fuck's eating chips. There's a sequel. It's a sequel to Fate of the Year Blast coming, chat. Choco Cherry Rush. Choco Cherry Rush. Oh, it's an advertisement for another VTuber. Japanese learning community. Chat, do you think I should learn Japanese? I figure my name, it might help if I learn Japanese. What does that say? Atlantic, Attic, Nor, Love. I don't know. Wiseman Dio. It's Japanese. I can't bend my head back that high. So you eating crisps? Someone's eating a bag of chips. Box. Trying to find the chips. Do you know who's eating the chips? Someone's eating chips. In this world, you don't have to be a human. Virtual Reels Heals. VR Heal. An organization of villains. But that's cool, though! Oh, but that's actually kind of cool. Look at that. Unironically. Fucking... I'm interested in this. VR Heal. Let's look this up. Find a group. VR Heal. .3997. What is going on over there at the stage? It's Japanese. Damn it, I don't speak Japanese. What is this? VRheal.com. There's a web browser for this? Hold on a minute. What the fuck do you mean you have a website? What the fuck do you mean it's Japanese? But it's That's right, I saw an advertisement for this. The Villain Society. Crosslink? It's like a fucking ad for this. Chat, these people have apps. They have apps for their, like, spooky Japanese villain thing. That's cool as fuck. Too bad I don't speak Japanese. I can't, I can't join them on that. That's very unfortunate. That's it. What else we got? Shadow Canyon, A Puppeteer's Tale. Immersive VR dance performance. Ooh, that's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool, though. Hey, look, it's an advertisement for Fight Finder. We've been there a few times, haven't we, chat? They got hundreds of fighters, Fight for Glory. My buddy Guppy's there. Nikki, love you so much. Studio Penrise, VR film productions. The Black Aces. We got 43, so we got about 15 minutes before the ball drops. What else we got here? The Jazz Lounge, Neo Worlds. That's right. I've seen things for that. That's really cool. Hova Slice's ICVR, the network of VR clubs, I guess. Euphoria. Oh god, oh shit! Oh god! God, cars!
Hi, Sue.
Hi, my gosh! Chad, I was gonna run over. Oh fuck. There it is. Tokari Terminize. Little advertisement right there. Renegade. We got like a bunch of furries right here. Real people, real latency. Sync Studios, SS Dojo. VR experiences. Canon Cove, DJ music events. Gotta find out who's eating them chips. One of you eating chips?
Somebody was eating chips.
Someone's eating chips. Wanna find out who it is?
Someone's eating their magazine.
Someone's eating chips.
Yeah, someone was eating
magazines.
bullets. But I don't think anybody's eating chips anymore.
I'm gonna find them. What's this? Oh, this is an advertisement for VR Plus.
I think that the chip sound might have been world audio.
It is. It's 2.5D.
I humbly request.
LGBT goose. Let's go. Look at this. It's a little thing for the black cat, which has a bunch of geese on it for some reason. You would think they would put cats here instead of geese, but no. There's just geese everywhere. Honk, honk, honk. Low poly geese, too. Very well optimized. Take a selfie in front of this rat and at us on socials. Post this rat. Him. Chat, post this rat. What's this? It's like a fucking spooky. Oh, this is cool. What is this? What is this? This is cool. Look at this. Little, I guess these are like trackers? I think these are trackers. What's this? Uh-oh. Well, I've turned into a pirate. Chat, I'm low poly. Does this have anything on it? No, of course not, but it's a free app. That's cool. Unfortunately.
3 months into this review,
Jokes on them. I prefer being slime. I wish you would say that. That would change our avatar. What else we have here? The Academy by the Sea. So this is like a pirate role player, because it looks like it's. It looks like advertisements for trackers. Ooh, that's my drink bottle. Don't want to trip on that. What else we got here? From the VR chat team. Oh, look at this. This little decals from the VR chat. Slime spotted. What else do we have here? What else do we have? Look at all these people. Metal Gear West. Fractal Furries. Ascension. Space Jamboree. Sci-Fi. Spectre. Do you really expect The Red Lady Passion. Yeah, so these are like VTubers or just like individual users or priority mail. Oh, these are cute. Someone just put a pontoon here. I'll be honest, right? I've been kind of tempted into getting VR Chat Plus. It's a painting wall. But there's nothing here. Okay, well. Endless 8 is a good arc, actually. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Leo, someone's still eating crisps.
Stealing crisps?
Someone's eating crisps. I heard them crunching on it.
That might be the rat. We are gathering for a photo if you'd like to.
Oh shit, let's go! Glad they reminded me. Goodness me. What did you want?
And it's young enough where you can get RMI on
Modern
it,
Cinema.
RMA on it, but you need to talk to Dark for that. Dark has to file it. Dark has to file an RMA for you.
But I'll have to wait until I move. What the fuck is everything going wrong for you? Like you can see now why I'm slowly losing the little sanity I have left.
War the
centrifugal
void.
forces just spin.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that Tumor stand here.
The fitness gram pays a
good idea.
Do I?
Oh god, not high school again.
Tumor.
You.
That's not a nice name.
If you
Don't
don't,
worry, I'm benign.
I have a lot
Oh,
of
Howie's
avatars
here.
hidden right now. Do you have your halo hidden right now? No, you don't. Hide your halo. It's blocking
Lemon's
some
here,
folks
too.
behind you. I think should be good from there. Hey, wait a second. There's somebody hiding back there.
You know who you know.
You know who else is sus?
Man.
You know who.
I can't hear you, Leo.
Closer to drywall.
You know.
Want. Muscle man?
Wait, Dave, don't you have like your old controllers from your old headset?
Yeah.
You do, because the director that's broken up left.
Keep my picture, bro.
Let me look around. I'll have to find it. But I should.
Oh, Drywall, you're gonna love Howie's new fucking outfit that Lemon did for him.
Yo.
There's like grass in the background.
Well, there's the Transgender Day of Remembrance behind y'all.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Sweet.
If I
What
go
a
back
based background.
enough, then it'll
I forgot about this day.
actually be in the photo. Get in the photo. Get in the photo.
my bad.
Get in the
Edit the photograph.
I'm sorry, I was taking a drink. I was thirsty. They got me the drink. You think you're the drink? Bitch, he's not even in the cup. Good drink.
Oh my god.
You think
Yeah,
you're
it
the
gets
drink?
pictures.
Okay.
You think you're the drink?
Don't mind me doing this. Is like,
Not even
oh
the
my
cup?
god, Matt's here.
Oh, that's a bad
You're not in the cup.
Matt's here. We gotta get him in here.
Talk about bad and good timing.
Do you think that
You
he'll
think
know
you're the
this fast
drink?
enough?
You're not in the cup.
No.
Come on,
No.
Matt. Should I get?
He's gonna be really slow.
Can all of you see still long enough?
Tail.
Tail. We can try him.
I'm sitting.
My eyes start twitching. My eyes.
Stay here for just a second.
Leo.
Come on, bro. You think you're the drink? You think you're the bitch? Drink.
Matt going the opposite
You're not even
direction.
the bitch.
I got radioactive
that was
tails in my face.
Somebody call my pizza.
Here, let me give you some more. There, enjoy. Dave, you also checked on you as a good check.
Now I know
it's so funny.
the elephant's foot. You're not even the
Yeah, the problem is I gotta find it. I have to find it first. I don't know where I put it.
For better health today, so you can not even take your mental health serious.
I think it's somewhere in my computer room.
The chances of being killed by a buffalo are low, but never zero.
Like carpet.
Like carpet. Carpet.
You think you're the Luigi? You ain't even the Swouse.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Photo.
I came
Is that the Varox PA music?
Hey, Haro.
Your face is beautiful.
Hello.
I am the PS1 Vinny.
Howdy, everyone. Tommy was out.
It's so chaotic.
We love chaos here.
Stare forward, you're gonna not be the floor properly.
This is not told, it's bullshit. I did not speak like
Keep looking forward, Dave. You might not get to look forward. Be a good boy. Oh my god.
I did not tear her apart.
Be a good Christian boy, stare forward.
It's bullshit.
Never.
I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not.
Hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, Lord.
You're my favorite customer.
5 seconds.
Hi, doggy. You think you're the drink, bitch?
Oh, hi,
you're not even the cup.
Fuck. Me.
Ah, it's confidential. I can't tell you.
It's bullshit.
You think you're the sauce? You think you're the...
What?
I can't believe that all of you are making Tommy Wiseau references right now.
He's right there. You don't see him?
Jack's pointing at him.
He's been.
Hold on.
It's so chaotic, Jack.
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Okay, all of you, all you viewers, I want you to point at Tommy Wiseau. Just point towards him, and then I'm gonna take the photo with a 5-second start timer going now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Something speaking backwards behind us?
I did not hit her. I did not.
Swouse.
I did.
Bad tail. Bad tail.
That's kind of spooky.
Oh,
That's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Okay.
Why he approached like that?
Oh my god, another
Bad tail.
We all spun around. It was just like...
Okay. I want you to do. Okay. We are going to do one more photo because if I do more, I'm going to die.
You
and
think
I
you're the
request
drink?
that all of you
You're not even the...
do silly poses.
Holy shit, it's
and so
Scarlet
forth
Moon.
If you wish to.
Oh no, I'm having
Scarlet is fast enough. Come on, Scarlet. Come on, Scarlet.
Come on.
Oh no, the flux is trying to prevent them.
I gotta do the guitar.
I am limited by the...
I'm limited by my time.
For 5 minutes to midnight for me.
Okay, you get to be like a real American.
It's chaotic.
Holy fuck, dude, the face on the screen behind us.
Why do you like that?
Okay. 5-second timer.
God, that noise.
Starting now.
3,
Huey
2,
Lewis and news.
1.
Do you like
I
Huey
love
Lewis?
hearing Lewis in the
Used
news.
to execute somebody behind us. This is the true lore behind this.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see.
Fishing
Someone's card.
We're
Someone
done.
gets shot.
We're done.
Alright, let me search my...
We're done, Chad.
Babe, it's 5 minutes to midnight for me though.
We're free.
You hit a majestic pose.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
YouTube.
Chat, thank you so much for joining me here, Weeboo. Appreciate your patronage. Tsunami has been possible thanks to charitable contributions from viewers like yourselves. As we come into the new year, try to make a wish. And if you ask nicely, maybe it'll come true. I'm gonna put you right here. I'm gonna let you face that time.
Super cool.
Seen you in a bit.
Hello, Snuffles. Hello, Snuffle. Hello, Snuffle.
Indeed.
Why you know what? Get in my head.
Guys, she's
You're in my head.
Why are you so big?
Is this chat in the room with us right now? It is.
Today was wild. Normal. Did it right in front of us. It was like some sort of demon thing.
Who did he pull? Picture alone would probably
So many exciting characters.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my time that I have today with my family.
No, turning it on doesn't work after we pair.
2 minutes. We got 3 minutes until fucking.
Yeah.
Till New Year's for me, at least.
Do we play
Pairing it doesn't take that long. You just open the pairing thing. It's only 2 seconds to do. Yep, let me...
Oh, can we climb these? We can climb these rocks. Yeah, let's go. Alright, that's much better. We have a little section away from chat. Is this chat in the room with us right now? It is. Oh, this is a good view. This is a good view right here. Now we just have to...
Why he built like that? Why he maneuver in that motion? Why is he staring at me? Oh.
I've been to that map. Cool map. I don't know what this is.
There we go. Mushy mush chat. I hope you've had an excellent year. I hope everything's gone well for you. And I hope you've had a good time. We're entering the new year here in just under a minute or so. So you're gonna count it down with me. Tombstone, you motherfucker, get up here! You've got 90 seconds. I have partied so hardy. But I think this year wouldn't have been possible without you, chat. So, I just want you to know that no matter where you may be, no matter what you may be doing, and no matter what your path in life, Suraimu has always been possible thanks to charitable contributions from users like yourselves. And we appreciate every single one of you that chooses to spend your time here with the channel. So thank you so much for a wonderful year. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you so much for making this little dream of mine a reality. It's been a wonderful year. Absolutely stellar, absolutely fabulous. Now, get inside my head.
Alright, so this controller has threads.
30 seconds!
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
19, 18, 17, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, so good to see you.
See you next year.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo!
For all of you fuckers on the East Coast.
Maybe, but it's still here.
I'm in the future now. Happy New Year.
I've still got an hour to go.
Happy almost New Year. So good of you to be here. I hope you've been well.
Howdy.
Happy New Year, Tombstone.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
Holy shit.
You picked the right place to be for New Year's, totally.
Yeah, totally. There you go.
The other choice was like three choices to be, and I picked this place.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I got you.
I'm so glad you decided to stop
I
by.
mainly came to boop this one.
You could have booped me through chat, but you wanted to come by, which means you must want to do an interview.
I did boop you in chat.
Yes, I saw. Which means you must want to be an interview.
Since last year.
Yeah.
Never shared since last year. Stinky.
You're here for an
I
interview.
didn't know that was the case, but...
Yeah, you're here for an interview. We're gonna do an interview.
Okay. I suppose I'm here for an interview then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Second to fixed May.
Great question.
My social thing.
Uh,
Holy flux spike Batman.
Bridge. This is a good spot. Phew. Moshi Moshi, Saraimu. There we go. We'll just put the rest of Termini in the back. Whew. Happy New Year, my love. I'd hop in for the party, but setting up VR stuff would take too long. I love you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, sweetheart. It's so good of you to be here. We're always glad to have you.
My ex is all the way stopped and I can't open it.
I've got here. We're here at Togare Termini, celebrating the new year with the rest of the game. That means it's time for drinky drinks. Where's my celebratory New Year's drinky drinks? Here it is. Drinky, drinky, drinky. What are you drinking for New Year's? Zalo, thank you for the subscription. I'm drinking.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking. Liquids.
Yeah.
It's soda pop.
There.
It makes me all.
Further.
I'm getting crunk off the soda.
You're getting sody popped.
Yeah, there's my chat. Well, come on and have a seat. Sit down, relax. Let's talk. Tell me what your name is and who you are and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Well,
I'll just move myself a little closer to the frame.
Well, I also just hit the button. There we go.
You silly goober.
That's better.
Yeah, we'll just adjust frame.
Well, let me just turn left so that my stick drift doesn't obliterate me.
Yeah. So let's start with your name. Who are you?
I'm Elise. I'm one of the many headmates in the system that call ourselves the Codex. Elise Petran is, I guess, my proper name. Though in certain cases I do introduce myself as Elise Petran of houses Belmont and Tepesh. I'm what generally falls under the classification as a fictive type of alter when it comes to dissociative identity disorder. So there are a few, I guess, otherworldly and outlandish bits to my nature.
We're glad to have you. What brings you to Togare Termini? It's our little year's end holiday party tonight.
Well, I kind of just came to boop you.
Well, you've stumbled headfirst into a Switch.tv/Suraimu brand interview where we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff. Like, for example, I know that you roleplay.
Indeed.
What?
A good number of us do.
What do you like most about roleplay?
Well, a lot of RP is very character-driven, and we enjoy having meaningful character interactions. Being able to move things forward through a good and, like, profound conversation.
Yeah.
Occasional fighting, but given how janky VRChat combat can be, it doesn't really lend itself as like the primary resolution to something. And we'd like to we prefer to talk it out anyways. So
You say
just an
that, but
added
places
bonus
like Playfinder
incentivization.
exist for the sole purpose of beating each other to a tar.
Yeah, well, we also haven't partaken in a fight at Fightfinder.
That's true. So what started you into the world
We
of
have been there
roleplay?
before, but
What got you into roleplaying? How'd you get your start?
So we started role playing in desktop.
Another
Well,
White
very
Russian. Hell
briefly.
yeah. White Russian. Tasty.
Back in like late 2019. During the last tidbit of the first season of something called Adventure RP that was hosted by a few of the larger VR chat streamers at the time to sort of just lose like a fantasy setting. And we just sort of have gone from there.
I see, I see. Is there any roleplay that you currently like the most?
There are quite a few.
Which ones do you rank amongst your favorites?
Well, I have to admit a little bit of bias since I'm on the moderation team for it, but the Shutdown, which is a social lobby, we run every Sunday at what's it, 6 Eastern, 7 Eastern? I don't remember exactly. Little bit of a shameless plug. But we've been a part of that community for coming over, I think, 3 years now, and it's something that we've poured quite a bit of ourselves into in terms of trying to keep it going, particularly during some of its rougher patches. But it has grown a lot, and there have been a lot of very satisfying character interactions there that have
How would you describe the Shutdown these
quite
days?
We just had the reopening not too long ago. It's going pretty damn well at the moment, actually, at least as far as we're concerned. We've got a lot of new players, a lot of old returning players. It's been very fun seeing new life breathed into a project that we love.
That's wonderful. What other places do you like to go visit when you're out on your roleplay prowls in the night?
A good place that we often stop off is MMR, or Modern Mythic Relations, which is a mostly social lobby that goes on Mondays at like 9 p.m. Central, so like 10 Eastern is usually when it opens up. It's a guild dedicated to interspecies relation and education.
Monster fuckers!
I did used to be called the Monster Fucker faction, yes. But a rebranding to
More of a
Modern
plan.
Mythic Relations
Yeah,
helped
more.
to break some of the stigmatism against just the fucking monsters.
Look, all I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with monster girls, but I may be biased. I am a monster girl. Girl.
Hi, Dampier, also a monster girl.
But
I bite people. Blah 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 and all that.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would know.
Yeah, but
What?
I've fallen. I've fallen and I can't get up. Elias, you gotta roleplay me up to my feet. I'm too squishy. Your kids are going right through me.
Use my funny magic power and I go to the whip. RP dodge.
God, I remember fucking. I used to do some dark RP days, and like, it was so fucking funny. Just go to people say
Gmod?
/ME
Yeah.
push, and people would be like, blah.
Oh. Yeah, so we've been role-playing before VR chat, like, long before.
At least.
But, at least in terms of VR roleplay, it
At
started
least-
back in 2019 with Adventure.
I have bad news. I'm stuck.
Oh, god damn it.
You're gonna have to grab my hair and pull me up. What? It's stuck.
You'll have to unstick it, I think. RP dodge.
What kind of advice would you give somebody who wants to get into roleplay but maybe doesn't quite have that push, or they're nervous or something like that?
Well, there are plenty of roleplays out there that advertise themselves as beginner-friendly. Some of them more than others. A few of them don't do as good a job as others. I'm not going to be specific, as
You don't want to shit talk.
Improved. No, I mean, roleplay is about having fun, and I'm not going to shit talk the way that some people have their fun, even if it's not for everybody. There are plenty of good beginner roleplays. The Shutdown is a decent place to get your start.
Yeah.
There's places like Orlando Saka, Dragonspire. That's. I believe they have a voucher thing. I think that's just for the Warrens, though.
Yeah.
Don't remember though. But yeah, like Togar even is a decent place, as it has a lot of many new role players, and itself serves as sort of a melting pot of other role plays. If anybody is curious about getting into roleplay, wondering if it might be the thing for them, the question is, have you ever played like Dungeons and Dragons and found yourself really enjoying sitting there like talking with like the other players in character, or like DM NPCs, or if you like playing RPGs like Skyrim or Fallout, or like Star Wars: The Old Republic, or World of Warcraft, or any of like the story-driven gaming experiences, then role-playing, well, at least in VR, or if you're just desktopping around, trundling about with your mouse and keyboard, that's perfectly fine. A lot of places, that's you're good. Just have fun. There are plenty of worlds that have avatars that are optimized enough to meet the requirements for a lot of places. If you're really hurting for one, just like, I know that there are certain issues with avatar search worlds like Prismic or Yas, in which certain instances of people will make their avatars public so that somebody else can easily access them, but they're not meant for complete public use, and there can be sometimes problems where you end up with an avatar you're not supposed to. But generally, if you just go into Prismic, for example, with its performance-based search filtering, you can usually easily find a model that you can use as your character, at least in the social venue. Sometimes even well-optimized ones that you could use for combat. And then just kind of jump in somewhere.
Yes.
Orlando Saka,
someone's shooting
Shutdown,
guns.
those are both pretty good places to just kind of jump in somewhere. Togare as well.
Orlando Saka's great, honestly. I can't, like, a lot of people give Orlando Saka a lot of flack for certain things, but I do think it's
in
a very good
character,
place.
I'll give it shit because it's a police state, but
Yeah,
like
out of
as just
character.
a role play, it's fine. Yeah. Out of character, it's good. Yeah.
In character, it's a total police ethnic ghost state that suckers in new individuals that are isekais into a universe by the ever-growing amount of multiversal truck-coons. Why is it always trucks?
I don't know. It just seems to be.
So, what kind of experience would you say in roleplay has stuck with you? What kind of memorable roleplay experiences have you had that maybe you might share with the lovely slimelings back at home? Is there any stories you'd want to tell? We've heard some interesting stories from folks already, but is there anything that sticks out in your mind as a story you'd be interested in telling?
So, a while back, one of the primary characters that we would play is a Mandalorian by the name of Sarah, who happens to be an individual of synthetic origin.
Yeah.
During the time, she was involved in a plot line that largely centered around the events and lore of the Legend of Zelda franchise. In which she was working closely with a group that was focused on dealing with an issue of a spread of Twilight over Hyrule. And pulling from more of Legend of Zelda's lore than just Twilight Princess, they were also pulling in implementations of some of the deeper causes of the conflicts of the setting. And so things were shifting farther away from just the general beat up Ganon, blah blah blah, to break this cycle, get Ganon his freedom, and find a more peaceful solution. And there was a moment that sort of started this, where we.
What's up? You got excited. Oh god. Uh-oh. The flex. The flex is taken. Oh no. Oh no. If I just like break him out the ice.
Sorry.
Oh my god, it's working.
There we go.
You're free. Oh wait. Wait. There you go.
No, I might not be for long. Holy flux, Batman. Oh, yeah, let me just turn up my avatar limits. Hide beyond.
I'm
fucking 8 meters, show nearest 2.
Ginger ale. And I'm drunk on ginger ale.
But yeah, as I was on about,
yes, you were saying
one of the moments that really started this like shift from just defeat the bad guy to figure out what the underlying issues were, was there was this like Dark Knight, the guy that was under some kind of control or something, and he was fighting. Because he was promised that his people would be spared or restored or something or other. I don't know, it's been like 3 years. And so Sarah, being a Mandalorian who's driven very much by a sense of honor, recognized that this enemy, this adversary, was fighting for a reason she very much could empathize with, and refused to continue. Instead engaged in the dialogue. And that sort of opened the door for us to then later have a talk directly with Ganon and then begin formulating the bare bones of a plan to solve the underlying issue, as opposed to just fight. And that's always stood out to us as a rather fun moment of being able to find a far more peaceful solution through understanding and like mutual motivation for a better future than just crush the enemy.
So you like things that end in peaceful solutions besides bloodshed.
Yeah, we are large proponents of what many call talk no jutsu.
Talk no jutsu. That's really funny. I see. I'm glad to hear that.
We much prefer peaceful discussion to violent conflict.
Now, you introduced yourself as part of a system today. Would you be willing to talk about DID and plurality a bit?
I suppose I'm not exactly the most qualified individual to speak on it. I can only
that's
speak from my
okay,
personal perspective and other things.
I mean, that's really all I can ever ask for. Can you explain maybe what plurality is to the viewers at home who may not know what it is?
Well, so DID and a lot of the other conditions like it are a sort of defense mechanism of the brain when subjected to constant and heavy levels of stress. Particularly at younger ages is when it seems to be more common for DID to develop, is when younger individuals are subjected to continuous and heavy stressors. Like unstable households, absentee parents, those kinds of things, bullying in schools, any number of things. I've noticed that there is a disproportionate degree of DID in individuals who are also trans, which, you know, I don't know if there's any like distinct like research linking the two, but generally considering the amount of stressors and issues that trans people face, particularly those who figure it out, it seems that just the conditions are a lot more common in those individuals. Not saying that there is any actual direct correlation, because I haven't, you know, gone and searched if there are any papers. It's just something we've kind of noticed in a lot of the people that we've met with DID. But being plural, it's definitely not like that funny M. Night Shyamalan movie Split, where you go all evil,
like a werewolf situation.
Shit. It's definitely not a Jekyll and Hyde situation where there's like, you know, transfiguration and power and no. Certain individuals, it can feel like that, at least on a personal level, because certain systems function differently than others. There's certainly no like actual physical transformation involved. But some systems that are particularly like low alter count, sometimes it can be sort of those kinds of like dichotomies where it feels like there's two sides to a coin. Or even in larger systems where there are just the whole kit and caboodle of just the gamut run of like anything under the sun, like people who have like well into the double digits of alter. There are some that fit specific archetypes that aren't always positive, and then you still have to deal with the whole thing of, oh, they kind of are assholes, but I'm stuck with them because they're in my head. But it's definitely no Diavolo and JoJo type thing. There's
Did I do a silly? I did do a silly.
Did you accidentally your hip tracker?
I accidentally my FBT.
Oofed.
Big oof.
Sundered even.
L plus sundered.
Meteor survived, possibly.
L plus ratioed.
Yes, speak plainly, I see. But yeah, our situation is, I guess, somewhat unique, even amongst other systems.
Yeah.
We haven't encountered too many that are like us specifically. We have a particularly well-ordered structure in our headspace. We can share information almost instantaneously, rather freely. We all have roughly on parity in terms of access to memories, abilities, skills, those kinds of things. at least after we've properly acclimated into being in the system. And I've noticed that in other people with DID, sometimes it can take quite a long time to reach that level of like interconnectedness, and some systems don't at all. Sometimes headmates can't even directly communicate with each other. So it can be a hassle. It can be a struggle to properly sort things out with each other. We also no longer have a central host. A lot of systems have a host, which is generally the original personality, so to speak. We haven't for quite a while. It's been quite a few years since we've had a host, as our original host went into dormancy a long time ago and left one of our first splits to take over. And eventually we kind of just stopped worrying about the whole host thing because it wasn't really that important. A good number of us are able to hold front for an extended period and just sort of function anyways.
So what does being a part of a system mean to you?
I mean,
is it home? Is it community? Is it a circumstance you just have to live with? Is it a burden? How do you view being a part of your system?
It's weird.
Good answer.
It's kind of all of those, kind of none of those. It kind of depends on the day, kind of depends on the situation. When one of us is fronting, it's very often that the others are either just sort of in standby or kind of doing their own thing that doesn't really affect the one of us that is fronting. So it's we're often very much alone with our thoughts, even though there's a bunch of us up here. It's not like we constantly shout at each other or disagree over things and like are in like a tug of war, like the fucking like Ben 10 Alien X situation where like all the fucking like theater masks arguing over what the fuck to do. Though sometimes it can be that way. That's actually not a bad analog for plurality in some cases.
So what kind of advice would you give somebody who's maybe realizing or might be realizing that they have DID but maybe difficulty, like maybe have a hard time coming to terms with their system?
Well,
maybe the two sides just aren't getting along.
The best you can do is try your best to cooperate and communicate. Don't think of it as an affliction. Think of it as your mind finding ways to keep itself functional and whole. It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
You're in it together, whether you like it or not. So it's probably a good idea to find at least a little bit of common ground. You're in the same boat. You're literally running off the same hardware.
Yeah.
You gotta reduce the software conflict somehow.
Alright. Now, follow-up question on this. If you could give the whole world any singular piece of advice, be it about DID, about roleplay, or about anything, what would you say to the lovely slimelings waiting at home? What kind of advice, what sage wisdoms? The world is listening. What do you have to say?
There's almost always a reason, a meaning behind what people do. It might not always be easy to see or understand, but it's often there, and it's often rooted in, while even they may be erroneous, personal biases, learned behaviors, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, at least mostly, a good number of us are all human. It doesn't matter what we are on the surface, doesn't matter what we look like, what we sound like, anything like that. We're all in the same boat. We all share this planet. We all live same rock, breathe the same air, and a good number of us deal with the exact same issues, or at least similar ones, even if we can't always see it. This world would be a whole lot better if occasionally people took the moment to wonder where the other side of an argument is coming from, instead of just doubling down.
That's good advice.
The worst conflicts in this world's history could have been resolved if people could simply acknowledge that a lot of the greatest differences that people perceive are often just matters of perspective. And perspective often determines one's reality.
True that.
And all it really sometimes takes to change perspective is a few words, a few moments of understanding, just a little bit of connection. So just have a talk.
Well
have
said.
a chat. Try and understand.
Well said. Well said indeed. Thank you so much for sharing today with us today. Is there anything that you would be interested in promoting? Any kind of shout outs you want to give? Shout outs to Simple Flips?
Well, I've already shut down and
Yeah.
sort of talked up Togar a little bit and a little bit about the Orlando Saga. But there's a new roleplay that we take part in called Halo Frontier. It's metaverse connected, so you can bring in existing metaverse characters or new ones, or you can create one that is tailored more directly to their storyline.
Yeah.
By way of their ship's crew characters that you can create. It's set in the Halo universe. I think a little while after the events of Halo Infinite. I don't remember the exact date, but I do think it's later in the year, like that Halo Infinite happens.
Yeah.
It's been fun. We've enjoyed NPCing for some of their missions. We got to hit an Oni traitor directly through the chest with a Gauss Haug round.
Oh my god.
Because he thought it would be very funny to try and surrender to a group of insurrectionists.
Oh my god, yeah, and you blasted him through the chest?
Yeah.
Bet.
Everybody knows better than to trust Oni.
Damn. Damn. It's hardcore. That's wonderful. Do you have any plans for the coming year? Anything exciting on the horizon?
I don't know. Probably just continue working on building up savings. We can eventually, I don't know, maybe move in somewhere with somebody so that they don't have to worry about like all of a chunk of fucking rent. Rent here is insane. It's $1,200 a month for a single bedroom apartment. It's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, that's too much.
Before utilities.
Yeah, that's too much. It doesn't even include utilities. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. I have a nice apartment, and mine's way cheaper.
Yeah.
Hello. Who is this? It's Zexel.
Wow.
Hi, Zex. Welcome to Twitch. You're gonna have to get into frame if you want to talk. Welcome to Twitch.tv/Suraimu, where we're doing small interviews for New Year's today.
Same here, but oh sorry.
Am I on Twitch.tv/ZexelNixus?
Yes.
Oh my god, hi chat!
Well, welcome to Twitch.tv/Suraimu.
I've never been on a Twitch stream before. I don't know how to act.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know. Elise, I've never been on a Twitch stream before.
Yeah.
What do I do? How do I be entertaining for chat? Hold on a second. I'll ask my chat. Chat. I've never been on a Twitch stream before. What do I do? I'm just shitting with you.
I
Hi,
don't know.
Zex. It's so good to see you. How have you been?
Good, how are you?
You know, we're morbin. We're morbin on today. I had some plans today, and
We did be Morbin.
I did.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you just say that because I'm a vampire? You.
No.
That's discriminatory.
I didn't say that because you're a vampire. I said that because our catchphrase here is it's morbid slime.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Goober. Wet Willie.
I mean, technically, like any physical contact with you is wet in a little bit way because you're
it's wetter.
a little slimy. Bah.
Very slow fall. I'm dead. I'm dead. Sorry, Twitch.tv/SexualNexus. You'll inherit my channel viewers. I'm dead now.
RP dodge.
It's his stream now.
Hello, Chad. I don't know. I guess I should put a.
Entertain us. You're gonna have to grab me by my shoe. Good.
This is your Chad. They don't know me.
That's true. Well, maybe introduce yourself to them.
Okay, give me a second.
All right, yeah, you have
Hello,
a second.
my name is Exo Nexus. I stream IVR chat and RPs, and I do a variety of games.
Yeah.
I am an RP dumbass. I say a lot of out-of-pocket shit. You can look at my clips.
Yeah.
If you would like to join the Discord, there is a link to my Discord, so that way you know when I go live.
Good shit. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh.
How about Yesulis?
Do you have nameplates on at the moment? Can they like see my in-game name?
Nope. But I can relate. It's Codex system.
Yeah, it's capital C, capital S, Codex_system. Feel free to friend us if you are interested in joining any of the roleplays that we mentioned during this. We'd be happy to, shoot you Discord messages and like give you links to join some of these. The groups for a lot of those roleplays are also just like we're in them, so you can just join them off of our profile, that kind of thing.
Zex, bad news, good news.
That one's also in some of them.
The bad news is my batteries are dying, which means I won't be able to stream here in VR soon. The good news is it does mean you are automatically enrolled into the lightning round. You'll have 15 seconds to answer all of my interview questions. I'll be counting. You ready?
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
First things first, how'd you get into roleplay? Go.
Curry games.
That's it? Impressive. What kind of roleplays do you enjoy?
Socials and fantasy RPs.
That's good. Tell me the inspiration behind your name.
It was just at random. I was like, you know what, Nexus. You know what, I'll pull Zexal. Some people thought it was from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, but he was like, eh.
That's good. That's good. Is there any kind of roleplays that you're particularly enjoying at the moment?
I'm currently in Farlon, about to shoot my shot with Ascension, getting a character role.
Ascension,
And that's base.
Not bad, not bad. Is there any RP experience that really sticks out to you?
Times I do social RPs.
That's good. Is there any advice that you would offer to somebody who's trying to get into roleplay but isn't quite there yet?
You can start with social RPs. If you're not in VR, then that's fine. You can do a desktop because I started with desktop.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Amazing. What got you started in roleplay?
Besides Curry, Ascension Academy, and other role plays.
Okay, so you watched other roleplays and you were like, well, hot diggity dang dang dog. That kind of looks like fun. Kind of looks like a cool adventure.
Yeah.
and then got into it. That's wonderful. That's amazing. Is there any places that are currently sticking out to you as places you'd recommend folks?
Metaverse RP, some Lying. You want to start with social? There's Lying Forge. There's the Big Singing. There's a lot of social RPs that you can go to.
I see, I see. And you don't have to lightning round this, but is there anyone that you would want to shout out? Anyone, anything, any place, anywhere. I give you my chat that you may have them for the moment.
You know what? I'll shout out a friend. Immortal KaiCast.
Yeah. I remember Kai. I think Kai sent a request off of me today, but I'm here on that Togari Termini vibes. Wonderful, amazing, fantastic. Thank you so much for stopping by, Zex. We appreciate your presence so much. Chat, make sure to give old Zexy Boy here a follow. We appreciate him. We appreciate him stopping by. Unfortunately, my batteries are rapidly depleting, which means I have to switch out of VR. That said, I would love to play some more Stardew Valley today.
There.
But I also, haven't eaten dinner.
You should do that.
I had 2 pieces of fish around, fucking, 6 o'clock? I had it just before session, so it was 5 o'clock? 5:30?
5 o'clock, and it's past midnight now.
Yeah.
So that's...
I had 2 pieces of fish today.
6-7 hours.
You're telling me that I'm not...
Coming up on 8 hours ish.
Are you telling me that maybe I'm not eating healthy?
Woman, I know you don't eat healthy.
Are you telling me that maybe I need to eat more than just 2 pieces of fish every 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay, what should I eat?
Well, okay, what do you have? Answer the question.
Alfredo. I've got some
Alfredo,
fish.
just Alfredo?
I've got some chimkins. I've got egg and bacons, and I got potatoes. I have these beef chunks that I've marinated overnight.
Okay.
What I would like to do maybe
Did you
is
cook them yet?
no. What I would like to do is wrap them up in foil with some potato tates and put them in the oven and cook it all until it's all very tender.
Well, then, mayhaps you should do that.
But I also
And
want
drizzle a little bit of that Alfredo over
yeah,
it.
but chat's right there. Chat's right there, and I want to play Stardew Valley for chat.
Well, hey chat, should she get some actual decent nourishment in her right now?
I'm looking at chat right now.
Chat, should she eat a fucking
Chat's my
semi-healthy individual?
Chat's my
Get a little bit of food in her system.
Moonheart's next is devour. I'm gonna devour you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your hair. I'm gonna bite your leg. I'll devour cute dampier ladies. Pat, 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 pat.
You're going to get food, that's what you're going to do.
But what do you mean? A delicious snack is right in front of me.
Get food, woman.
Snack, chat, tell them, say, I don't need snacks. I don't need food. I am snacks. I'm snacks, right? Right?
Listen, you might be a snack. You might even be a whole ass meal.
Yeah.
But that also means you need to eat one.
I'll bite you. Boy, I am hungry. Snick for snick. Listen, you know what? Feed my chat and then I'll get a snack. How about
Tell her to get food. Tell her to get the food.
I can't. I
Tell her
won't.
to get the food.
Oh, man.
Tell her to get the food.
I won't.
or I'll hunt you all down.
No, don't do that. They're my chat members. You're gonna make them scared. Chat, don't be frightened.
Don't make me get my fucking theme music.
You have what the fuck? Oh my god. Alright, listen. Get chicky nuggies and chalky milk. I don't have chicky nuggies and chalky milk, but you know what I do have? I have beef cubes and potatoes. So if I put these in some foil with some like butter and some spices, it's gonna be so fucking good. It's gonna be so fucking good. And I fucking scared me half to death. I mean, fuck it. Everything on my trackers are dying anyways, right? But you know what?
Go get some damn food, woman.
Hey, you know who also likes food?
Hmm?
You know who also likes food?
If you're going to try and like loop this shit into like somewhere to go.
There it is. There it is. Alright, I'm going to go help around. I will see you later. Have a good one.
Hey, Zex.
See you at church.
Hey, Zex.
Yeah.
Zex, let me see your big metal hand here for a second. Let me just see here. I'm just gonna.
Ah, she's eating it.
I was hungry. Okay, you can go now.
Now I gotta. There we go.
That
way I'm
all
not
right. I'll tell you what. Oh my god. I have such an actual factual weak point for the fucking concrete grinding sound. Especially a couple of people who just like slowly just
accentuate patterns.
Yeah. It's Tell you what, chat. Tell you what. I'm gonna start food in the oven, and then I'm gonna kill stream, right? I'm gonna bring it back up with a new title so that I can keep the VODs separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna start food while we're on a BRB, and while we started food, then I can start streaming, and then when the food's ready, I'll BRB again, I'll get the food, and then I'll eat the food while I'm on stream, and I'll rate my own cooking.
Sounds good.
So that, you know, that means...
It gets you to eat, and it's more content.
Got you, little shit! I love that you can viscerally grab the camera. It's just a little, just like... just strangle your chat, you know, just like kidnap them. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here on the New Year's celebration. We appreciate you so much. We will...
Yep. What?
Chat said out hot, eat the food. Why do they call it an oven?
Wait, what did they say?
Out hot, eat the
Oh
food.
no, that's what. God damn it.
Why are they
You know what,
call it an
here's what you
oven
do.
if you can oven? Is that a fucking... Oh my god, no, don't kill my chat. No, don't do that. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. Wait, I need to hold on. I didn't time it right. You're gonna have to... I fucking...
So we're doing it again.
Well, it's too late for now. I'm just gonna have to eat chat.
Well, here, I have another one. Hold on.
It's alright. You time it, and we'll be back. I'm gonna restart stream under a BRB stream. Chat wants me to eat them. You're gonna tell you what. You eat chat.